Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. My name is Sunset's Brew, aka Zep.
And I am Alandra, aka Lady Bedivere, aka Soporific Gaming.
My name is Pylos, aka King of Pylos, aka Nestor.
And I'm Christy, aka Agent Maggie Carter.
And I am Lord Bonk, aka Mark.
And this is not any of the other campaigns we played. This isn't Deadlands. This isn't Spooky Scary Skeletons. This isn't Delta Green. This is the Explorers Club. It is TGN's brand new D&D5e wonky, wacky whirlwind of a high society murder mystery, which we are going to be embarking on today. Here is all of your tickets. Welcome aboard, y'all. How is everybody doing in chat? I hope everybody is doing well. We're gonna do some shout outs, right, Nestor? That's how this goes.
That's where we start usually.
It's been 2 weeks since I've since we posted a tabletop RPG stream, and I forgot everything. So we're gonna do some shout outs. Lord Patash, thank you.
Fun.
Yeah, dude, that's welcome to my life. As I get older, the steps get smaller, but I'm there. Like, Lord Patash, thank you for the follow. Toner Roamers, thank you for the follow. Kineray, thank you for the follow. D Jank Tank, thank you for gifting that sub to Paul Jorgen and cheering 500 bits. Dogburn, thank you for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Crispy Bacon, thank you for subbing for 5 months. Deeks Damon Dean, thank you for the follow. And 7 White Wolf, thank you for the 44 bits. Nestor, hello.
Yes. Hi. Did you know that if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have access to a little thing called Prime Gaming? And with Prime Gaming, you get a free subscription to your favorite Twitch streamer every month. If that's us, you get access to our 5 tier 1 emotes, access to our reaction vids, new ones to be dropped soon. Hype House. Wait, I can't say Hype House. That's copyrighted, I think. Hype. That's probably not copyrighted. Access to our new reaction vids, access to our subs only Discord layer, unlimited ad viewing experience, and it directly supports the channel, which allows us to do things like improve the stream every day. Legally Blind Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. Anyway, with that said, consider checking out if you have a Prime Gaming subscription available to you by hitting !Prime in the chat. Follow the link and it'll give you instructions on how to connect your 2 accounts.
That was awesome, Nestor. I didn't know that I needed that in my life. It was missing. I was going through withdrawals, and I appreciate you. But so this campaign is going to be 5e. It is going to be not quite as rules heavy as 5e normally is, as that is the tradition when I run a game. We are making one big change, though. In our previous campaigns, they weren't big changes. We just didn't pay attention to crap like gold and travel time and encumbrance, because those things don't interest me. But the one thing that we are going to do, if somebody wants to hit !combat, we are changing the way that we fight. In the fact that we are no longer rolling initiative for our fights. We are using a combat system stolen, plagiarized, yoinked from the Fate rule set called the Balsera system. And the way that it works is that when we decide that we are going to go into a combat situation and we RP into that, then we will pause for a beat and we will decide who goes first. Whether or not that's an enemy or a player, we're going to decide that together. And then the person who starts combat after they act, they actually get to pick who goes next. Whether that is a player character or an NPC, that is up to the person who is acting. And what that is, and of course, everyone still gets one action per round. And then after the last person has gone, they get to pick who starts at the top of the round. And of course, some of you may be wondering right now, if a player goes first, can't they just put all their players in the beginning and front load them? Why, yes, they can. But then all of the enemies would go, and then me as the DM, I get to pick who goes next. And you goddamn better believe that is not going to be a player.
We have been warned.
Threatened,
Very
I would say.
aggressively. Threatened might be a better word for it. Yeah.
So we are going to see how this goes. I have high hopes that this will make combat a little bit shorter, make it a little bit more interesting for people watching, and make it a little more interesting for players, because now you never know when you're going to go in the order. Sometimes when you play 7 or 8 person games, it's like 20 minutes before your next combat turn. Like, fuck. And so sometimes that can be a little bit boring for players, but with this system, you never know when you're going to go. And if I think you're not paying attention, I'm picking you. So, threatened, warned, you're welcome. Before we get into it, Nestor, do you want to talk about in a couple Saturdays?
Oh, sure. I was not prepared for this, but because this is a D&D stream, I will improvise. After a month and a half of a community challenge that we issued to you guys met the total points required for a 12-hour stream to be hosted by myself and Sunset's Brew, and that is going to be November 21st. We're going to be doing a sci-fi themed, really like B-roll kitschy sci-fi themed 12-hour stream that will be sorry, I fucking lost my train of thought. We'll be donating all of our proceeds to an organization called Black Future Labs, which is a local group here in the Bay Area dedicated to helping members of the Black community get into positions of political power, and I'm not great at describing that. I'll have that more sussed out.
They are focused on getting members of local Black communities involved in local politics at a grassroots level to help fight systemic racism up the chain.
Yeah, sorry. I was so not ready to say any of this, so I'm very caught off guard. But that said, feel free to come on by during the 12-hour stream. We'll be doing, if you were with us for a 24-hour stream, then you know that we do our 12-hour streams in such a way that you turn into one channel and you get a variety of shows. So we'll be doing games like Giant Jenga, GeoGuessr, virtual reality. We'll be doing a bunch of different stuff, and all of that will be can and will be altered by your donations. So we're doing a little bit of a new system. We have goals in mind. We'll be doing giveaways. But with that said, if you can't donate, feel no need. Don't feel any pressure. The freest way you can support is by showing up, opening the tab, and if you have to leave, just muting the tab so that we can maintain a high viewership and discoverability in the various categories we'll be in. So we look forward to seeing you there, November 21st, 10 a.m. Mark your calendars.
Do we want to roll the trailer, huh?
Happily.
Yeah. Okay, here. Check this shit out. Hey, we're back. But yeah, that is our 12-hour charity stream. We are like, dude, I'm actually getting pretty psyched about it. I am. I'm
exciting.
I'm ready to throw a giant Jenga all on top of your head. Really.
I think we have to talk about rehearsing that one.
Just make sure you film it against a green screen so you can use it as a new reaction video later, but you only have to do it once.
Exclamation point hate.
Yep, that's how that works. Okay. Do we have anything more to announce? Halfway through the stream, we will be giving, this is the last thing, I fucking promise. We will be giving away a set of handcrafted, custom, artisanal dice. One of a kind, guys. TGN, and I can say this unironically because it's the only thing in my life that this is true about. They are down there right below me. We're going to be giving those away a little bit later in the stream, so hang out for that. Artisanal sold me. What can I say? Handcrafted, hand cut, hand poured.
The ones we're giving away tonight were specifically the first ones pulled from the molds, the new master molds, right?
This
if I
is
recall
true.
Correctly?
Yes.
Collector's edition.
Yeah.
Piece of TGN history.
And really is that you should be thinking about them not as dice that are perfect, but you know how natural diamonds have some flaws in them, so you know that they're real. That's how you should be thinking about these dice if you win them.
Oh yeah.
It's the fucking rookie card, bro. All right.
Same value as a bunch of diamonds.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no,
they have character. I accept that.
They're awesome, and everybody putting me down right now next to me on the stream is just mad because they don't have a set yet. You're getting it before they even get their set.
True.
I was hyped for you, but okay, if we're gonna be like that. So glad I get to edit this all out later.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, I guess let me take a little drink here. Oh my goodness, we're getting a raid. Let me fix this. Wait, wrong one.
It's like,
yeah,
not hearing.
It did the host thing here. It's gonna do it in a second, guys. Welcome in. It's Q times, and wait for it. Come on. Stream Elements is awesome. It's doing it.
Drop stream
at any time.
Do it. Here we go. Yo, Q times. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful stream and that you guys are doing amazing. We are the Torpid Gaming Network. We are a variety channel. We are live 4 to 5 times a week, and on Tuesdays we play Dungeons and Dragons. It is our brand new D&D5e campaign, which is going to take us into the world of a fictional Baldur's Gate that may or may not resemble the Forgotten Realms. It's gonna be a wild ride. Sooner, thank you for subbing for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby. What are we gonna name them? But while you think about that, I'm gonna ring us in. We're gonna start this here adventure. Please take a seat. Yes. I know the view is great. Nothing less for such promising applicants. Now sit down. Please relax and get ready for a history lesson that nobody wants you to know. Baldur's Gate, the biggest city on the Sword Coast, a hub of trade, commerce, and wealth like no other. But it wasn't always this way. Cities are built by the people who dared to dream, and Baldur's Gate is no exception. And yes, we're all proud of them, but that's in the past, baby. We're living in the present, and nobody gives 2 shits about who built this city anymore. What we do care about is who built the empires that make us coin. Look beyond the veil that popular culture has pulled over your eyes and learn that the true puppeteers hide in plain sight. And only the people who find them are the ones brave enough to just reach forward with their eyes closed and take a dive into this swamp. We only let the most prestigious applicants into our ranks, and trust me, you want to be here. High society is a shit show, and you have a seat in the front row of the balcony to watch this city burn to the ground. Well, figuratively, of course. Brute strength gets you nowhere this high up in society, and remember, we brought you here for a good time, not a long time. Welcome to the Explorers Club. Look, we were just saying that we're now all anime superstars, and you're welcome, everybody. So we are gonna pull it on in here, and the camera zooms in on a gnome. Doyle, what does Doyle do on just a normal day? Yeah.
I am out foraging. I for sure have a bucket with me. Picking up mushrooms. I'm probably doing a lap around kind of like the nearby foothills. Then at some point I'd like to hit up the coast or the pier or anything like that, try and find some mussels, maybe make a nice oyster mushroom stew a little bit later. Has the appropriate mouthfeel that I'm looking for. Just extra chewy and doesn't go down easy.
Yeah, and as you're like on the coast, you're picking around for some mussels. What does Doyle look like? How is he dressed? What is he about?
Doyle's a man of the earth. Sorry, a gnome of the earth. So he's got a pretty buzzed cut, pretty clean shaven face. He's got this, nice big green like traveling cloak / robe that he's happy to tie up, but he doesn't want to deprive anyone of the view. So he usually has it open, and then he's got like his very low cut tan undershirt on. He's got his brown boots or his brown pants pulled up real nice and tight. He likes to say that he's short because all of his height is in his voluptuous behind. And then he's got some nice big brown boots. He actually really loves the color tan. It is his favorite color. So yeah, he's man of the earth. He's walking around. He loves finding little delicacies here and there, eating up things where he can. And he's kind of made his living and his life is just communing with nature. That is his Druid background. So he has been a mountain folk for quite some time. And yeah, he just understands that, humans are going to want to spread and create more bigger cities, but that doesn't mean that the people out in the wilderness don't have any less of a right to be there. So he's always kind of going back and forth, acting as the mediary, and he's just really good at making sure that whoever he's talking to feels like they're the one in charge, they're the one getting what they want. They were here first. What they're doing is the right thing, and somehow he's always to just get them to kind of shake hands and,
and
get
Doyle's
things moving.
Doyle's done pretty good for himself lately. He's been, contracted out quite a bit with Silvershield Industries, which is a major player in the Baldur's Gate masonry and stone business. They have huge government contracts. They built a lot of the walls. They built a lot of the castles. And tell me a little bit about your most recent project for them.
For sure. I got to go out to the Stormhorn Mountains and kind of just was able to clear out the locals that were there. I mean, there were various tribes of like goblins and hobgoblins that were seeking shelter in the caves that had clearly been there for a while, but they didn't have a good food source. So, I went in, showed them, hey, there's all this stuff out here in these woods. It'd be clear from here. You can come back here during the stormy season. That gives us a couple months here to try and get these resources. Found a troll in there. She was not happy to leave, but we had a very hot and heavy relationship for a little while. And then when we broke up, she just left town. It was terrible on both of us. We both feel it. I miss her every day. But no, kind of went.
What was her name?
Her name was Agatha.
Agatha. Oh,
yeah.
God, you're
Thematic.
I just gotta write that down here really quick. You're so that must have been really hard on both of you.
It was. I have an uncanny ability for strong, upstanding women to just lust after short old Doyle.
Shortle.
So yeah, it was an impressive and amazing time. She helped me out a lot. We cleared out a whole bunch of things, and but no, I appeased her, but it went south real quick. She had all sorts of demands about my lifestyle. It didn't work out. But yeah, was able to kind of clear out this mining site. Was able to like make sure that also the correct mining tactics were employed. It wasn't just come in, frack everything, take it all out. So all of those caves will eventually become, shelter in the rainy season, like the people that I had already gotten out of there safely. But hopefully it's also going to blossom into, a nice underground mushroom den, have a new local food source. We did find some water down there, so that'll be a clean running supply for some other beans at some point. So it's all about giving back, keeping it all holistic, making sure things are natural,
building affordable housing. That's very noble of you.
It's yeah.
And as you were reminiscing about Agatha while you were picking food, why don't you roll me a perception check, please?
I'm totally ready for that, and that's probably a thing that I have on my character sheet.
Like
Ooh,
I was yeah, go. What is that there?
21.
That's pretty good. So
good
just for
roll.
everybody else's reference, the last 2 campaigns that I have run on this channel have been campaigns where the GM doesn't roll any dice, and it's weird that I have a dice tray in front of me. I'm just like, I just can't get over it. It takes up so much space on my desk. I hate it.
We don't have to play Zep. It's fine.
I guess stream's over. You heard it here first.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we could riff for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Just get us to the point of us introducing ourselves, and we'll take it over.
Oh,
you
no.
can
Put us in a room. We could do it.
I'm out. Yeah. And as you're kind of reminiscing about breaking poor old Ag's heart and getting dinner, you hear some heavy footsteps behind you. Clomp, 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 and they stop about 5 feet away.
I think I'm just gonna whip around. But Aggie, is that you? Oh, you're a horse. Hello, horse. Oh. Who's on top of the horse? Because I assume it has a rider.
Yeah, and as you look up, you see this figure riding this horse, just silhouetted against the sun, and it kind of hurts your eyes a little bit. And you can tell that they're looking down, and they hold out this parcel. Mr. Charleston.
Yes, that's me.
Delivery.
Do you mind? Just throw it over here. I can't really get up to you. That's fine. Yeah. No, I got it. Just.
Yeah.
I'll like offer a mushroom back, like one of my precious toadstools that I've collected on my journeys.
No need.
Thank you.
The master wanted you to know that you have been really well for the company this quarter.
Oh, is this from Entrar? Entrar? Entry? We didn't talk much.
It always astounds me that somebody who is so valuable to our establishment has such trouble remembering the names of his employer.
I remember the name. It's the pronunciation. I'd like to just make sure to get it right. Silvershield's just so easy to say. I want to get the proper decanter of the voice going.
Well, I would advise you that you practice up before Friday.
Excellent. Do I need to sign anywhere, or to just refuse the tip? Thank you.
He is already riding away as you're bowing, and just you can hear him just like muttering under his breath. I can't believe that Entrar would invite somebody like that to the retreat, and he doesn't even remember his name.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit on top of my bucket then, and like undo the parcel and like take whatever string came with it and just like wrap it around my wrist for later. I'll go ahead and neatly undo everything and like fold up all the packaging or envelopes, and then open up the parcel and see what is there.
Yeah, and out of the parcel falls two things. First thing is heavy. It is what looks to be like a solid silver coin that is about 3 or 4 inches across, and embossed on the front of it is a shield that is divided up into quadrants, 4 quadrants, and in the top left and bottom right there is an E and an S respectively.
Nice.
And as you hold it in your hand, you feel it vibrating slightly, and it's a little warm to the touch. And you sorry?
Just give it a quick lick. Hello?
What the fuck is a taste check?
Constitution.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
for real.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can give you a con roll.
Yeah, give a con save.
11.
Like I'm kidding. I think it's a con save actually.
Still 11.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know that like taste of blood that you get when you lick metal? That's what it tastes like.
It is metal. Cool.
Yeah, it is 100% metal.
Nice.
Yeah, but like when your tongue touches it, it's like, how the fuck is this vibrating?
And I think that's when I like knock on it. Hello? Just go ahead and hold it up to my ear.
Silence.
Yeah, put it in the bucket and see what else kind of came out of the parcel.
And the only other thing in the parcel is a letter written on stiff cardstock, emblazoned, emblazoned. Nailed it.
All of the above.
Yeah.
No,
Look,
no.
My vocabulary is getting. I feel like honestly, it's actually getting smaller by the day, and I'm working to stem that. Thanks, internet.
We got you.
Thanks, I appreciate you guys. And so, emblazoned on this thick piece of cardstock, emblazoned with the official crest of Silvershield Industries, your current employer, reads, "Dear Mr. Charleston, once again, you have my thanks for your hard work in securing the site of our quarry in the Stormhorn Mountains. The Skull Crag Mining Company has been trying to secure a site in the region for years, and thanks to your hard work, Silvershield Industries will be the ones to extract the finest of ore from the mountains before anyone else has a chance. And as a token of the company's thanks for making sure that none of the locals were disturbed while we drilled into the hillside, I would love it if you came by the estate on Friday afternoon for a celebratory weekend of fun. Obviously, you will be representing the company while you're here, but let your hair down a bit. We wouldn't be where we are today without you, and I want you to have a little bit of fun. Swing by after you finish presenting Silvershield's proposal to turn our old quarries into affordable dwellings for the unfortunate on Friday. We will see you soon. Thankfully yours, Entrar Silvershield. D-Jank Tank, thank you for gifting that sub to Tim B. Deuce. Yeah, so you read that letter and you are in the middle of the bank of this river. How does that make you feel?
I'm kind of excited. Fancy people usually means fancy food. There's going to be tons of people there. You know, this was a big contract I finished, so you know, the time for work is opening back up. Yeah, I'm trying to plan my gift. I've had some mushroom wine brewing. I don't know if it's going to be ready yet, but I'm going to try to go back to the caves that I stashed it in, and going to try and pull that out. So you know, yeah, no, I'm thinking about like what is going to be my best attire for this. So I'll fashion some sort of like a bolo for myself, probably with like the old wrapping from the parcel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have anything fancy enough for like a high society gala type event?
No. I might try to come up with some sort of bouquet to give to the host of some kind, or maybe even just like a nice string of flowers that I'll probably like clip on to my deep V, just as kind of like some sort of decor. Yeah, I think that's going to be the thing, is I'm going to take the string from the parcel, tie it onto the strings, and then as I go, I'm going to start collecting various flowers and start making like a weird garland that's just like a weird flower tie that hangs from my deep V. You know, start getting ready. Although it's at the end of the week, so I'll probably wait to pick the flowers like Thursday night.
Totally. And as you start picking those flowers, the camera starts zooming out as Doyle Charleston is happy he's invited to a gala, and he's figuring out what he's gonna wear. And the camera starts zooming in on a high elf in a very, very swanky abode. Ernestine, can you describe your digs?
My digs. Ernestine, she lives, I think she lives in the middle of town. She wants to live close to activity. She has like a lofty, she's probably got like the highest apartment you can get on whatever a complex in this area might be considered. She has big, tall, wonderful windows with little balconies that just have tons of vines and flowers flowing over the side. It's very picturesque, a little bit what I assume the ritzier side of New York has entailed.
Like Upper East.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of fancy like marble going around. A lot of the richer end of things is in decoration. She's not super big on like gaudy stuff. There's not like gold filigrees everywhere or anything, but it's classy digs.
Yeah, and what can you describe Ernestine? Like, who is she? What does she look like? And you know, what is her occupation?
Indeed. Ernestine is, as you said, a high elf. She has lovely long brown hair, green eyes. She's a pretty copper skin tone gal. She's I guess tall for a person, but not like super tall. Let's see, what else? What does she do in life? She is, well, she's a writer. She is a mystery writer, actually. She's had a bit of a career up to this point. She originally was writing fiction, and one of her books was turned into a horrible, sappy romance play that she absolutely hated. So she quickly switched over to writing mystery novels, got a whole new pen name. She just doesn't, we just pretend that never happened. As part of her daily life, she obviously makes time to read and to write. Her morning this morning probably involved a nice breakfast. Got something tasty going on. Her assistant probably made it, brought it to her, and she's kind of just been sipping on coffee since like the start of the day and has just been mainlining it all day long.
Oh, of course, as any good writer should.
Yeah,
and
only healthy habits here.
And the interesting thing about Ernestine is that because she and let's yeah, well, we can wait on that. I think that what happens that as you're mainlining some coffee, your assistant walks in. What's your assistant's name?
My assistant's name is Alexis. She, yep. We'll say, yeah. Well, yeah, Alexis. That sounds good.
And Alexis walks in. Miss Carroll, the mail's here.
Great. Anything important in there?
Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Oh, and we were talking all about prepping our dice before this, and I didn't find the die of the day.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, it's not the one that fell on the floor.
Woo!
Well, once I find it, I'll see if it was good. What is my perception now? I don't even know.
Character sheets are hard.
Great. They are so hard.
Characters.
That's a 17.
Yeah, and you instantly see it. It is that same envelope that you get, and they are always addressed to Robert Castle. You see
Richard?
it right, Richard Castle. Richard Castle.
Yep.
Yeah, nailed it, Mr. Castle.
You got it. It's chill.
Well, like the best thing about it is that everywhere that it's written down right. I just fucked it up.
I believe in you.
And it is you spotted a mile away. It is a package that is you can tell that it is addressed to the board members of Silvershield Industries.
Oh, fun. Great. What do they want?
I mean, it has to be fun, right? I mean, this one's a little bit heavier than normal.
Heavier? All right. Take it from her, I guess, and pop it open.
And out falls a silver coin, about 3 to 4 inches in diameter, exact same description as Doyle's coin. It has a shield broken up into quadrants. Top left is an E, bottom right is an S.
Mm-hmm.
And as you open the letter, it's a different. The tone is a little bit different than the jolly entrar usually writes the board members of Silvershield Industries. And it reads, "Dear esteemed board members, it is my great pleasure to announce that Silvershield Industries has reached record profits this quarter. Thanks in part to the generous amount of investment from key stakeholders, namely Richard Castle. Mr. Castle, thank you for the trust that you put in Silvershield Industries, and to the rest of you, I would like you to look at Mr. Castle as an example of an individual who knows how to be at the forefront of business at the highest level. As a token of how the company takes care of its esteemed investors, Ernestine Carroll, Richard's proxy, will be joining me and some of the highest society for a retreat at the estate. I'm disappointed that I can only extend this offer to him, so please take note and be prepared to actually show up next time the company asks for help. In fact, in the spirit of friendly competition, I've invited a couple competitors on this retreat, and if I like what they hear, you all might just outlive your usefulness. Sincerely, Entrar Silvershield, CEO, Silvershield Industries." How does that go over?
Ernestine is both flattered and concerned, I think, based upon exactly how that letter went. While she very much appreciates having a contribution acknowledged, I don't think she agrees with the degree to which it was acknowledged and the looming threat against anybody else. But, she'll take what she can get. I think she knows the individuals she's investing with well enough at this point to be like, yeah, okay. Drama. They want money.
And, who else to ask then, the head of the one of the most esteemed members of the board of directors. So how would you go about preparing for this weekend? This weekend of fun, of camaraderie.
This weekend of fun. Well, I am going to have Alexis pack my bags with some variety of appropriate wear for what I assume is kind of like a countryside getaway.
Yep. Yeah. Think wine country type.
Perfect. So she'll pack something for nice evenings and maybe some like equestrian activities or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah, just, she'll have like 18 cases for 2 days away from home.
Love it.
Yeah, I think she's probably got some correspondence she's got to deal with before she heads off, as well as any sort of quick housekeeping she might need to do in a like logistical sense, not in a literal housekeeping sense. Mm-hmm. She probably has some securing of stuff that she does anytime she leaves the house for longer than like an afternoon.
Totally. And as you're securing the house and packing up your bags, and Alexis, where
yes.
the fuck are my notes? Nailed it. Alexis, as the camera zooms out as Alexis is loading up the carriage with just like bag after bag after bag after bag after bag of just stuff, and she really likes you, and she's just like, oh,
good.
that Ernestine. I wonder if she's going to be gone for like 3 weeks.
See you Monday.
Yeah. Oh. And the camera zooms out as you're getting into the carriage to head over to the Silvershield estate. And the camera does one of those things where it zooms out to a top-down view of Baldur's Gate and just kind of shifts over a little bit. And it shifts over to the Church of Thoth. And then it zooms back in as we see we see a man of the cloth. What is Vader Bruin doing on a normal Wednesday, Thursday afternoon?
On a, midweek afternoon, probably has finished doing whatever rounds of visitations he may have needed to do, and is now back at the church, making sure everything is orderly and in place for choir services this evening, checking in with the keepers who, tidy the church and do all of the, janitorial work, things like that, making sure everything is up to snuff, possibly slipping into the kitchen attached to his quarters in the back to see if his housekeeper has baked any pastries that he can snitch without her noticing before he heads off to walk the grounds and just be available for anyone who needs to speak to him. Maybe he'll sit down and work on his homily, but seems unlikely.
And as you're kind of sitting down, you notice Rodshir Talbot, the Archbishop. He's kind of walking by. He's been kind of muttering to himself lately. He hasn't really been himself. And as he kind of walks by, why don't you give me a perception check?
Certainly. I also realized, because I didn't establish this, that I should mention that Vader Bruin is a half-orc. He is a very, very tall clergyman, and it's a little bit odd to see him walking around because he's very large and very quiet. That is an unnatural 20 on perception.
Yeah, and as Rodshir Talbot is walking around muttering to himself, he seems a little distressed. You see a letter fall out of his robes, and he doesn't see it as he just walks away.
I will scurry over and pick it up, take a quick glance at it. Is it in an envelope or is it open?
It is in an envelope that has been unsealed, but there seems to be all of the contents still inside, which is a nice hefty letter and something metallic.
I'll take a little peek inside the envelope as I scurry off in the direction that Rodshir Talbot went. Just kind of take a little peek at what this object might be.
Yeah, and this object, you see it is a silver coin, about 3 to 4 inches in diameter. It should be very familiar to people by now. It has a shield embossed on it. It is divided into quadrants. Top left is an E, and the bottom right is an S.
Excellent. Yeah, I will head off after him. Rodshir, I think you dropped something.
Dropped something? Me?
Yes, I think this was yours, wasn't it? I just saw it on the floor. I thought it must have been yours since no one else is here.
Oh.
Forgive me, is everything all right?
By Thoth, my child, I'm sorry. I have a favor to ask.
Of course, whatever you need.
There's matters that the church is trying to take care of. I am split on the matter, but I just, and he takes a deep breath. He's obviously extremely troubled. Fantasy Animal Vegan, thank you for the follow. And he lets out his breath. We have to, sometimes, in order to do good, we have to blaze trails, right?
Well, of course, that's how we always proceed with our calling, is moving forward in directions that others might not. Yes?
Yes, no, that is the way that we have always gone, and the path that I think that we will continue to take. Are you available this weekend?
Well, I mean, I would have to find someone to cover the service, but that wouldn't necessarily be difficult. I'm sure one of the lay council could take over, or I could ask one of the clerics from one of the nearby institutes to come in. Perhaps one of the students at the university who's studying under our domain.
Excellent. No, this will be a great opportunity for you. And can you roll me an insight check, real quick?
Yes, I would love to. It's a weird comment. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get anything off of that. What's there? That's a 10.
Yeah, and as he's talking, this like really does kind of like sound like something that that could like advance your position in the church. You know, you probably wanted a couple more responsibilities, and doing something directly for the Rodshire is probably a great way to accomplish that. And he looks at you. One of our business partners is planning a gala and has requested somebody from the church attend. It would be my honor if you could represent the Church of Thoth at this event.
Certainly. I mean, galas aren't really my area of expertise, but I'm always willing to go and represent the church in a proper light.
As that is all we can ask. So take this envelope, read it. It has all of the details, and there's just, if you have questions about anything that you read, just know that we're making our own trails. And the church is going to be fine.
Of course, church is always fine. The church always stands, even if the people in it... You seem quite troubled by this. Are you sure everything's all right?
And when you said the church always stands at that very moment, he kind of like lets out a sigh and quickly composes himself. No, I'm fine.
Right, well, I guess I had better go line someone up to cover the service this weekend. I'll read this in my office.
Perfect. Yeah, I have another meeting I have to attend to. Someone's been waiting for me.
Of course.
Say, and he walks away. Make another perception check for me.
That is a natural 20.
God damn.
Which I think makes it a 22.
Crits in the chat.
I'm really sad. I'm burning all these better rolls now. It's gonna just not bode well for the rest of the night.
There's no insanity checks. You're fine.
Oh, thank God. The one thing I never succeed at.
And as you kind of walk back to your office, Fantasy Animal Vegan, thank you for subbing at tier 1. Thank you. And as you walk back to your office, you see Rodshire Talbot close the door, and you hear faintly, Lord Bonk.
The last one reminded me that I needed to do it. I don't want a chain that keeps interrupting the same sentence. Go ahead.
Are you sure? And like, what's the best thing about this, for people who don't know, is that we're erupting Lady Bediver's scene. She's the one who edits the podcast, so it's like it's awesome. Let's just keep doing it.
I made my bed and now I must lie in it.
And as Rodshir Talbot closes the door, you hear a voice behind it. Oh, Rodshir Talbot, what a pleasant surprise! I didn't know you'd be here. I'm glad I ran into you. And that just fades away as you walk back to your office.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're back at your office. You have this coin. You have a note. Probably pretty cozy in there. Torches are probably burning.
Oh yes, coffee and scones always at the ready. That's why I lost my fighting shape after the wars. Too many pastries.
I'll do it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna settle in at my desk, read this letter, and then probably write one to, some young cleric that I know from the next town over to ask him to come cover for me over the weekend.
Yeah, and as you open this letter, Rodshir Talbot, I hope this letter finds you in good health and that the last introspection ceremony went according to plan. It was such an unfortunate accident up in the Stormhorn Mountains with your temple. Well, that's what happens when you trust someone else to build things you hold dear, am I right? As a good sign of faith, and to let you know how much Silvershield Industries cares about the different pantheons in the Baldur's Gate community, let me and Silvershield build the proposed orphanage free of charge for the Church of Thoth. And also happy to put in a bid for your new mountain temple with double the capacity, as I hear there are a couple other temples in the mountains that just seem to be suffering from either seismic risk or bad build quality, who it would just be a shame if they just tumbled down. And you're lucky that your temple didn't have anybody in it. It was the great work of our forward scouts, the team of gnomes who saved all of those people. But other companies, they don't have that. I'm also counting on the church's support in a couple large projects over the course of the next few months, and I'm sure our partnership can be long and bountiful. If this finds you well, I humbly request that you attend a retreat at my estate this weekend. If you don't have the time, I expect you to send someone in your stead as a token of the church's commitment to our shared future. Yours truly, Entrar Silvershield.
Gonna fold up the letter and just sort of sit back and ponder that for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like it's totally just nothing's going on there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about.
And how would Vader Bruin get ready for this event?
I would once I've done all of my church business, sent off my letters, I would go back to the rectory on the back of the church, and start packing. Packing is very easy. I have one set of civilian clothing and one set of everyday priest's wear and one set of fancy priest's wear, and they just go in a bag. Probably about halfway through, my housekeeper Bridget shows up, gets very upset with me for doing my own packing, and shoos me off into the kitchen to pack for me, and then shoos me out of the kitchen because I'm snitching cookies that I'm not supposed to be eating because I'm supposed to be on a diet.
Oh, of course.
And so eventually I just give up on all of that and go read in the garden until dinner.
Yeah, and the camera pans out. What book are you reading?
I am reading the latest Richard Castle novel. Richard doesn't know that I have it, so I have to read it in the garden when she's not looking. She doesn't think it's proper for a cleric to be reading such tawdry filth as secular books.
I love it. And yeah, the camera kind of just like, I think it zooms in on the by Richard Castle, just mark on the book, and then it zooms out into a very nice, and we see a very nicely dressed human. Nestor, tell us about Olver. Where is he? What does his abode look like, and what is he about?
Olver is likely sitting in his office looking at transport routes right now. Like, he is hard at work. So that's what he's doing. And as a backstory, Olver is the owner of a small transport empire in Baldur's Gate. And if you know his backstory, he didn't come from money. He was gifted a lot of his the businesses he owns now, and has turned them into a small empire dedicated to transport of all sorts, whether it's moving people from one city to another, or equipment, or wares for sale. Olver is your guy. And he is sitting almost certainly in his very posh office, on a shoulder-high leather chair, probably reading profit reports of some sort. How much money did we bring in last month in the time, and how much product did we move? Who owes us money, and how are we going to get it from them?
Yeah, and Olver, like, came about his the companies that he owns through like totally normal channels, right? There was no funny business going on, huh?
Okay. I wasn't sure how much you wanted me to go into that, but
think of this as a character description moment.
So, Olver was born poor and was an amateur dungeon diver who came across a magic relic, and was gifted his magic, and by D&D terms, that he's a sorcerer. He's a human sorcerer. And in discovering his magic, he decided to use it in order to position himself in power, by making friends.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of nodding and winking happening.
Making very rich friends. All of whom decided that he was the most apt to take over their companies and manage this empire.
He sounds like a super honest businessman. Olver's gonna fit in just great.
You have to understand, Olver has high aspirations. He has big goals. He's a dreamer. And he is not the kind of guy who lets anybody get in his way. And though he may have gotten here by some dishonest means, he intends to continue to grow this company by any means necessary.
Goddamn right.
Including honest means.
I mean, he has to.
Yeah, and
so yeah, he is sitting in his very posh office reading profit and revenue reports on last month's transports. He is taking tally of who owes him money and making sure that those people know that they owe him money, or owe the company money, excuse me. And there's probably a fire in the corner, probably a glass of a really nice, scotch in one hand. He knows the finer things in life now, and he enjoys them. He makes sure to enjoy them.
Do you have like any like suits of armor as what type of like decorations do you have around your office?
No, see, like, here's the thing. Olver is also like a really smart guy, right? So he's very much not the type to keep a lot of valuables in his office, because he knows that just as well as he got into this position, someone could be vying for his position as well. So he doesn't keep any valuables in his office. He has a very minimal aesthetic about him. 2 nice leather couches, a table, a desk with a high shoulder leather chair. I'd say the most expensive thing he has in his office is probably the scotch that he's drinking.
Damn, that's some nice ass scotch, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you make me an Arcana check? You fucking sorcerer.
Oh.
Natural 20.
What?
Starting strong,
Nice.
homie.
Yeah, dude, get all these rolls out on character intros and never roll them again after we get to the party.
Boom.
Please and thank you.
No, we haven't played D&D in a while. They're just building up. Like 20s used to be a pretty bad roll in all the other games.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, no, 20s were good rolls in all of the games we've been playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. It was always fine, except for like one Deadlands circumstance. So
Math is hard for us. Yeah, and as you instantly feel this dark presence right outside your office door, and you don't know how the fuck it got there, but there is something right on the other side of that door, and it is getting closer.
I stand up, and this is a great music transition. I was like, for a second, I forgot I was telling the story. I was like,
sometimes
what does he do
What
when
is
he
the
gets up?
sound?
we get really lucky. Yeah.
And I just put my hand on one of my daggers and start approaching the door slowly to see if I identify or I can like expect what's going to come through the door.
And as you just get up to the door is closed, and you can feel this presence pushed right up against the door, probably like 4 inches away from you. It's staring you straight in the face. It's this chill kind of dread, and you know that any lesser magic wielder would probably be crushed by this. But since you are feeling very, very resilient right now for some reason, you are able to stand tall. We get it. For people who will not be seeing this, he just showed his natural 20 to the camera.
To the camera. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Gotta flex on him somehow.
Yeah, I guess. And you normally this power would be enough to like maybe like question if you should be going through that door, but you feel great. You feel like you can conquer this power. You feel like this is a power play, and that there is something fishy going on here.
Okay, I walk back to my scotch, and I pull out another glass, pour a second one, put them back both on the table, and I open the door.
And there is a tall. Let me. God fucking. This is different note taking system. I don't know where things are. There is a tall high elf standing on the other side of this door with flowing dark green robes, long silver hair that partially covers his ears, and you know, he's smiling with a kind smile that is just doesn't mask the fact that he is emanating this like weird dark aura of power, and he kind of smiles to you. And Mr. Drin, I'm so glad that I got you.
Oftentimes many people aren't happy to see me.
Well, I'm not many people.
That much is obvious.
I wanted to meet you. And,
I put up my hand. I put up my hand and like pause him, and I gesture towards the table. I was expecting you.
And he seems genuinely surprised. This can be good. My name's Entrar, and I run an outfit down up on the other end of Baldur's Gate, and maybe we can maybe we could be of use to each other.
I would like to take an insight check on this. I have a suspicion that this is not the real Entrar, because I know who Entrar is, and I would expect that he knows who I am.
Yeah, why don't you roll an insight check?
Get another 20, Nestor. Flex on him with those new dice.
You said it. I did it.
Fuck you.
No. My actual roll was a 13. I just wanted you to react.
But the drama!
God.
But the drama!
It's just because he knows exactly what I'm gonna do.
That good clip content for later.
In the edited version of this, you will have indeed rolled another 20.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and so
yeah, if I edit it, I'll roll another 20. But yeah, I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you can tell that that this, and especially with your good Arcana roll, this is an illusion.
Okay. I now, feeling like I'm in a total power position, sit down, and I look at him and I say, well, Mrs. Silvershield, it's a pleasure to have you here. To what do I owe the honor?
I'm here to offer an olive branch of sorts, and he reaches into his robe and pulls out a parcel on letter shaped and holds it out to you. Details are in here.
I take the parcel and look at him and I say, Mr. Silvershield, one would think there has to be conflict in order to offer peace.
He sighs, leans back. Look, I can spot a good businessman from a mile away. Where there's money to be made, let's make peace.
Yes, well, I can spot an illusion from less than a mile away. So, I'll look forward to meeting you when you're actually in front of me.
And as you say that, the illusion just smirks and snaps out with wait, Nestor, can you give us the pop that illusions make when they pop out of existence? Thank you.
Is that good?
Oh, that was great.
Very good.
Yeah.
I can't hear it because my cans are noise cancellated.
That was the cleanest one yet, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm-
Cool. Yep.
That's the one we're gonna copy and paste when you do it wrong next time.
I was
no,
literally
that's-
like, I'm gonna save that one for any time I need to edit it into the podcast. That was
Yep.
the cleanest one we've ever gotten.
It was fully perfect. And you are left with this envelope. It's a little heavy, like it's got more than just paper in there, and 2 glasses of scotch.
Can we say that just for the purpose of the storytelling that I like magic the scotch back into the into the bottle?
Sure. Yeah. So
Okay, great.
You probably have like
I'll
fucking
open that.
mage hand or some shit like that.
Yeah. I actually I think I do. But anyway, and I'll open the parcel.
Mm-hmm.
And find.
Yeah, and inside falls out a silver coin about 4 inches in diameter, embossed with a shield that is broken up into 4 different quadrants. And the top left is an E, the bottom right is an S. It is very similar to the other 3 that we've already seen, but Olver wouldn't know that, but you would.
Right. I would.
And
Olver
then of
probably,
course
like,
there is a
observes
letter
it.
on.
Kind of looks at it on all sides and then just sets it down on the table and opens the letter.
Dear Mr. Drin, hello and well met. As you know, Silvershield Industries is in the business of creating camaraderie through stone. From helping great cities such as Baldur's Gate bolster their defensive infrastructure to making sure even the smallest of pantheons have a place for their followers to worship. Silvershield Industries is committed to creating brighter futures for generations to come. I've been following your business for some time, and I must say that you're an intriguing individual. Rising up in the ranks from where you started to where you are now is quite the feat. Some might even say you have a gift for business. But obviously I'm not one of them. I know an opportunity when I see one, and I know hard work when I see it. I'm having a small retreat this weekend at my estate, and it would be an honor to host you. Food and entertainment, and maybe a little time set aside to discuss the future of our 2 endeavors. I promise you, no expense will be spared. I insist that you join us. To the future, Entrar Silvershield.
I stand up, grab the scotch, and yell towards my assistant. But we will
I
call
want an
Timon.
assistant now.
Well, you should have fucking picked to play a rich character instead of a regular an employee. Nobody forced you to do that.
My assistant's name will be Timon, and I will just gently call for him. Timon. Prepare
What is,
transport to the Silvershield estate.
What's Timon's demeanor?
Timon is an old man.
Okay.
Who is calm and generally like Timon is to Olver what Alfred is to Batman.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? He's like an old guy who sasses Olver a lot. You know,
Did you just
Olver's
make
never-
yourself Batman?
Yes, he did.
Duh.
Casual Batman.
Yeah.
And we all have quasi pop culture references. Hooray!
Yay!
Fantasy Animal Vegan, thank you for the 500
Thank you,
bits.
Fantasy Animal Vegan.
All the glitter is needed right now.
Oh my god, I wanna abbreviate Fantasy Animal Vegan to FAV and then just say fave. Like, what's up, fave?
Sup, fave?
Anyway, fave. Okay, right. So anyway, yeah. So like, Olver's never used magic on Timon. He's there. He considers him his closest, if not only, friend.
And like
Timon is like a calm guy, but sasses Olver when he needs it, puts him in his place, like reminds him that he's still just a young millionaire, you know, billionaire,
Just like Batman.
Jillionaire.
Yes, Mr. Drin. We can absolutely arrange that transport. No problem. So is it is a new acquisition?
Perhaps a new partner. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Partners? Be still, my. Are you growing weak?
Timon. If you're looking for a way to remind me that I'm young again, you've aptly done so.
I mean, it's just I've taught you everything that you know about business, about strategy, and you know, I've just never seen you to be the one to take a partner.
Well, sometimes, Timon, I think that if we are going to take over the world, there's people we need and people that will need us.
Don't forget about me. I'll be here.
Noted. Can we be ready to leave by this evening?
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, I can absolutely do that. And you see Timon just like sit down and pour himself a glass of your scotch.
and okay, with that, I will like pat him on the shoulder and just say like, enjoy, old friend, and walk away.
8 o'clock, be ready. It'll be packed and ready to go.
Yes, sir.
And the camera kind of pans out as Olver gets into the carriage, and you start your journey across Baldur's Gate, and we are going to say, I know that I said 8 p.m. We're gonna just like retcon that to it's around 5 p.m. as you start pulling up to the Silvershield estate.
There was a smudge that made it look like an 8. It was really 5 the whole time.
5. So we all got there by 5.
Yep.
I'd
We're
like
all
to show up 3
fashionably
hours
late.
And as you pull up, the carriage stops at kind of the carriage park outside of these big wrought iron gates. Okay, notes are something that I need. And
Optional.
yeah, I mean, ish, right? So you pull up and the carriage stops in front of these wrought iron gates, and there is a small crowd of people standing in front of this massive Goliath, he just is towering over all of these people. And there is one of the people standing here is very small. D-Jank Tank, thank you for gifting that sub. And as you get out and start walking over, you can hear this Goliath who is wearing a very nice purple velvet suit. He is about 8 foot tall. His skin is ashen white, and he's showing his age, wearing a nice purple velvet suit. And the one interesting thing about him is, even though he's looking old, dude is ripped. He has flowing muscles that you can see moving underneath that suit. Like, you would not want to fuck with this guy. And to everybody else, you are standing in front of this Goliath, and you know his name to be Jonathan Hadley. And he is one of the caretakers of the Silvershield estate. Hello, and sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Silvershield estate. It is my honor to be welcoming you here to the gate. We have our last guest, the esteemed Mr. Drin. Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Oh, you should pep up. This is a time for celebration. This doesn't happen very often. The company is doing fantastic. But does everybody have their the little trinket that was sent with you?
Yes.
Neil's shield.
Can I see one of them? And he holds out his hand.
I will happily walk up and hand mine off.
Yeah, and he like has to like kneel a little bit to like reach down to you.
As the tallest person here.
Yeah.
Oh, small.
My hand slipped.
Poo Mamen Redux. Thank you for the follow.
Puma
Man. Puma Man.
Redux.
Puma Man
Redux.
Redux. Look, I'm like I said. When I'm here, I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Reading is
Commandment.
hard. It's almost as bad as math. And we know
Okay.
how I feel about math.
And like, also, I have a wall of text in front of me right now, and reading
true.
is really hard.
You also have 11 windows open? Because that's what I have.
You're only at 11?
One,
Wow.
2, 3.
I mean,
That's
I've got 11 on.
six.
I've got 11 on my on one
Oh,
computer.
7.
How many are open on the other
There we
computer? But yeah, and Doyle, he grabs your coin. Oh yes, this would probably be good to show from an employee, and he taps the top of the coin. And you can see the coin like vibrate heavily in his hand, and the top left quadrant of the coin is glowing red. The quadrant with the E in it, only on Doyle's coin. And he hands it back. These coins are special. Don't lose them. The results could be deadly.
Are we playing one of those fancy cocktail hour games? Heard of these? Very interested, sir.
Yeah, it's a game of sorts. It's just
Huh.
yeah,
Looking at all of you. Yeah.
it's a parlor game.
Competition is afoot.
For a second, I forgot who your character inspiration was, and it almost came
And it
rushing
just
back to
Rushing back to you so quickly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So sorry.
Big
Yeah.
Turkey is here to play. Gobble gobble, y'all.
Oh, no.
What? It's the most majestic of animals.
I'm just looking forward to the next few weeks.
It's gonna be the weirdest weekend retreat combo of loosely D&D-ified fictional characters ever.
Mhm.
and he just kind of like looks around. Is there any questions?
I mean, should there be?
Where do we sleep?
Oh, your accommodations will be they are taken care of. They are going to be at the manor, of course. Only the finest for the esteemed guests. And kind of in the distance, probably like a football field or so away, you see just this towering 3-story like mansion villa.
You might say about 100 yards away.
Yeah, about a football field away.
Okay, got it. So about 120 yards.
I mean, I don't play football, so I don't know how long that is. Yeah, it's about
Almost a football field.
Yeah, it's
might
about
say-
100 yards.
I mean, are you including the full end zone? Are we talking about
It's part of the
offsides?
field. It's not out of bounds yet.
What about the stands?
it's
Well, he
it's
said
about
field,
a
not stadium.
I don't-
True.
I don't football either, that's for sure.
how many yards, or sorry, how many meters is that for our non-Americans?
International viewer.
Yeah.
Almost the same.
Almost the same, confirmed. But yeah, no. So it's about 100 yards away is up the driveway, and and John Hadley just like looks back. As one of our guests, Mr. Drin, you of course know that you will be treated to only the finest of bedwares, the best luxuries. We have you taken care of.
While I appreciate your concern, I'm not exactly worried about it. I'm
well.
sure that Mr. Silvershield has made all the appropriate arrangements.
Oh, absolutely. Of course he has, and like I said, everybody will be taken care of. And just if there's no other questions, dinner is in 3 hours in the dining room. Feel free to explore the grounds, go check into your rooms, freshen up, just mingle with the guests. We have an eclectic mix of high society here that I'm sure some of you may already know and love or not love. But like I said, dinner's in 3 hours, and you'll know when the clock chimes 3 times.
So dinner's at 3 p.m.?
Yes.
No, dinner's in 3 hours, and that is when the notification bell will ring. Look, when you're this high up in society, time doesn't have meaning. It's just, when is the next fucking time we eat?
Time technically doesn't have any meaning as far as like nature's concerned. It was actually a construct invented by early sentient humanoids.
Olver walks away.
To go ahead and exchange the passage of time.
Ernestine is listening intently. This
Yeah.
is fascinating.
Vader is just nodding in agreement. Like, oh, someone else who's read these books. What is it from the Druid Hawking? Was that his name? Who wrote about time as a construct?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll rattle on about that for just a wee bit.
Yeah, and John like has already like walked away after getting you guys inside the gate, and he closes the gate behind you guys.
Cool. That's a big gate. I thought this was a Friday thing. I have work tomorrow.
Oh, it was my understanding that this goes all weekend.
Right.
Yeah, these dues are usually a full weekend affair.
Yeah,
You're
no,
new.
Totally been to a bunch of these. Just we partied so hard on the first night that no one remembered the rest of the weekend, so I forget about the multi-day thing. I'm gonna go this way now. I'll go ahead and just walk away.
Vader will just offer his arm to Ernestine very politely.
Ernestine will take it and introduce herself. Ernestine Carroll, nice to meet you.
Vader Bruin, pleasure to meet you. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I got sent on request, sort of. So, well, looks like I'm going to be getting a lot of education on how the other half lives this weekend, I suppose.
Oh, Vader, you're going to have a ball. These things are absolutely rip-roaring. Nobody pays any attention to anything. Dinner is going to set it off. Everyone's just going to get smashed, and then we'll be here partying all weekend.
Sounds
I suppose
delightful.
That's not exactly your usual affair.
Not for many years, no. I'm not... I've had some experience before my time as a cleric, but it's been a long time, so this ought to be rather exciting.
Oh, do tell. What were you doing before you joined the clergy? I mean, I'm always interested to find out why people do, in fact, bind themselves to the cloth, but...
Oh, I was a soldier for much of my youth, and then just reached a point where it didn't suit me anymore, and I got very into books, wanted to learn more about anything and everything, and turned me to the path of knowledge. I'm the head cleric at the Church of Thoth in the middle of Baldur's Gate. You're always welcome to come by sometime. We're very low-key as far as churches go. Much more about knowledge and learning than anything else.
Oh, that's wonderful. I have quite a taste for books myself, but I'm more into sin and Satan than I am the heavenly abode.
Oh, what sort of what path of books does that lead you down exactly? You're not like a necromancer or something, are you?
No, not at all. I only write.
Oh, wonderful! Writing is one of the greatest gifts the gods has granted us.
Just the odd dribble here or there, but
wonderful.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun to have that sort of outlet. You know, I'm glad that you partake in other things in life as well. It could be wonderful to have a well-rounded knowledge of all sorts of things out in nature and stuff like that, I suppose.
I quite concur. Shall we to the main house?
Indeed.
I will escort her up.
And as you guys start walking up the driveway, Doyle and Olver, what are y'all up to?
I think I'm definitely like berating myself. Just like, come on, get in there, Doyle. Like, you're better than this. You gotta fit in. It's gonna be fine. Just keep walking away. Just keep going full Doyle on this, and just kind of beating myself up. And then with my gnome walking speed, I assume I will eventually fall back to the two of those two talking, and just kind of as they pass me, I'm just gonna get those real big eyes and just like, oh, they're gonna have the cutest kids.
No, Doyle.
The one time I don't make a character who flirts, and somehow.
Oh no!
They just fit. They were made for each other.
No.
Oh wait.
Oh no!
And then I'll go ahead and just drag my feet as I think about Aggie the rest of the way up to the Manor.
Oh boy!
I think that Olver probably only heard the part where he was beating up himself. Where
I was
Doyle
beating
was
myself. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
beating himself up. There you go. There, I got it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And he like kind of walks a pace with him and says, "You know, the truth is, the only thing really rich people really care about is themselves. I'd say you don't have to try very hard to fit in here."
should I try to wash their hair? I hear that rich people have really nice hair and they keep it clean. I feel like if I were able to do that for them, I could.
Very, very strange gnome.
I have heard of that before.
Yeah, how big are you?
Like 4'3". Like I'm. Oh no, not 4'3". I think I'm 3'4".
That sounds closer.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure.
The
I'm
scale
basically a
of,
child.
the scale of the character art shows you at about like the top of your head is at shoulder, but that's probably not correct. You would probably top of your head would probably be more waist height to like a standard human.
4'3" is what I put myself down as.
You are a
So,
tall
well, then
gnome.
I'm not gonna.
So
That's all.
I'm
not
a bit on the taller. It is a little hard to tell. I do have wedges in my boots because I am
Aw,
very self-conscious. I'm actually 4 feet.
adorable.
Yeah. So anyway, Olver says, the really rich people, all they really care about is themselves. You don't have to worry too much about fitting in here. Everyone here is just worried about what their next dollar is going to be anyway.
I mean, I'm
And
also
then,
looking for work. I mean, I just nailed a big contract myself, so like I understand the stresses of those, but I am actually just most excited about dinner this weekend. Full weekend. I thought weekends were Fridays. I tend to work a lot on the other days. Was not prepared for 3 days,
That's
4 days.
admirable.
Are Mondays part of the weekend here? I've heard that there are 3-day weekends. Do Mondays or are those Fridays?
Olver starts to pick up his pace a little bit.
I will start to jog as best I can next to him.
And the camera just like pans back out on these four strangers walking towards this manor, and there's something that the viewers can see that the characters cannot see, is that as the camera pans up and out, there is just this dark, foreboding, pulsing cloud over this manor, just emanating the most menacing aura. And we are going to take a break to give away some goddamn dice.
Woo!
The first dice giveaway. I don't even know how to feel.
This is
How many times can I enter?
You?
I knew that you were going to ask, so I actually blacklisted you from the giveaway, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Very specifically.
Very specifically, I blacklisted Bonk.
I gave you the idea for gummy dice, just saying.
There's a lot of people who are trying to take credit for my gummy dice. I will tell you what. But guys, if you were not here in the beginning, we are going to be giving away a set of custom Torpid Gaming Network dice that we have made here in-house. All of the big numbers have the TGN logo. They're fucking cool, and I want you guys to have them. A couple notes about about the giveaway is that you have to be in the US to win, because international shipping fucking is crazy right now. You must be a follower to win. So if you have not hit the follow button yet, hit it right now, or else your entry will not actually count. The bot won't even recognize it. Subs do have a slightly higher chance to win than followers, and winners can't win twice in the same month. There are no returns, resends, redos, whatever's on these dice, but they're fucking awesome. And I want I hope that eventually everybody watching can win a set, because we're giving away a set every week. And thank you for the follow. And so we are going to open this up. It is going to be exclamation mark. One second here.
Exclamation mark create.
But 1 second. I am redoing this. Reset. There we go. Exclamation mark create. And okay, it's working. People are entering. we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Our first dice giveaway.
First
So
dice
exciting.
giveaway.
Right back.
Yep. But so while we were waiting for this is also an awesome time for your everybody's favorite DM to use the bathroom. But never fear, because we do have something fun in store for you guys. Alandra, what are we doing today during the giveaway?
So we wanted to come up with a system where we could give our DM a chance to take a break and like pee and refill his beverage, because all the rest of us get to and he can't. But we don't ever want to go to just be right back screen. So we are going to do a live intermission, and tonight we are playing D&D Mad Libs. I'll be your host for the evening. So all of you in chat, this is where you get to participate. I'm going to call out all of the Mad Lib requests. Everybody please take turns, give everybody a chance to pull stuff as we go. And we are going to go through a Mad Lib. This is going to build a theoretical like D&D encounter starter hook via this dumb stuff. So, sorry, I have to pull
You mean normal Mad Lib? It's not dumb if it's, it's
I
the
mean,
standard.
it's a semi-normal Mad Lib. It's got some D&D specific stuff in it. But
Travis McElroy patented sad lib.
sadly, it is not a McElroy patented sad lib. It is one that I found on Reddit. Credit to the
Thanks,
disgruntled GM who
Mhm.
posted this. So,
Disgruntled.
yes, I checked very specifically. There is no
Nice.
R.
That sounds like
so-
every Reddit username.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna ask Mark and Christy, and maybe Nestor if he can hear me, since y'all are here, to
Yeah.
each go ahead and ping me. You can whisper me or whatever. A D&D race and class. They don't have to make any sense. They don't have to mean anything. Just pick your top 2 favorites. Meanwhile, chat. First thing I'm looking for is a D&D or RPG class.
All right. Okay. How do you want that whispered to you? Because we're on like 12 different forms of messaging right now. We could throw that in Roll20, Discord.
Sorry, what do you
group
want?
Chat.
Send me a race and a class, a D&D race and class. Throw it to me in a Twitch Whisper or a Discord, whichever is easier for you. I've got
Cool.
very open. Okay, first one I'm seeing is Artificer. So we're gonna take Artificer from Encore Vivant. Great.
A race and a class.
Yeah, just ping your race and class. Next up, I need an object. Any object. Any old object. Vecna's hand! Okay, getting weird right off the bat. Oh, God.
Fantasy Animal Vegan. I assume you are a D&D veteran with that reference.
Yikes. And then I need, I'll need an adjective and a race. We've got a large turtle. Cool.
Turtle.
Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth between my 2 seconds. Can I please get an adverb followed by an adjective? For those of you who haven't done Schoolhouse Rock in a while, an adverb generally ends in ly. An adjective is a descriptor word. Okay. Let's see what else we got.
I needed that. I don't know what a fucking adverb is.
Look, quarantine has been hard. A lot of us have regressed. I am
It's
here
true.
to support and help.
Seductively has to be the most D&D
Yes.
adjective. Like
Mhm.
that is,
Depending on what game you play in. Okay, because
It becomes
It can
that
get real
game
weird.
anytime you add
Yeah.
seductively.
I'm
we
gonna
had 2 people throw it out there. So.
Yeah.
I am gonna take furtively though, just for the sake of creating variety in who I'm pulling answers from. And then can I go ahead and get an adjective and a food or drink while I switch over to another window to grab what my gang is sending me over here.
Mhm.
Brew.
Oh, were we supposed to send it in not in the chat? I wasn't.
No,
here for that
you're
part.
fine. You're fine.
You're fine. You can send it in the chat.
I just
You're
liked
good.
what you added.
You are following directions
Very
according to
D&D.
plan.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see.
I forgot the
What
bagels portion of it.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
rings.
Bluey had me. Bluey had me.
adjective? Great. I guess I'm taking seductive. Thank you. I'm gonna
It was
regret this on
gonna
Friday, and I
happen.
already know.
Nope.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. And then for food, it looks like we're taking pizza. That's the first one I saw. Oh god, I gotta come up with a better layout for this for the future. Just
It's
to make
the
my
first
life-
one. We
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four more windows doesn't seem to help. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, if I'd had a little
Weird.
more, if I'd had a little more prep time, what I would have actually done is created an auto-filling PDF just to save my
Or
brain. But I
VR
didn't do
app.
that.
You
All
could
right.
do all this in VR.
Chat. I need a number, an adjective, and a place.
111
You got to type it in chat, man. Come on.
Plaza.
Okay, Jesus Christ, that's a variety. All right, we've got 874
Floaty.
floaty.
Yes.
That's a good adjective.
Okay.
Previous campaign throwbacks.
Oh, we also got a place in there. The moon.
Okay.
Ooh, Trogdor's domain is a good one too.
Nice.
Burninating the
The
countryside.
Countryside.
Oh my god.
This is also a part musical bit, if you didn't know.
It certainly is now. Oh gosh, I have to go back up and figure out what that thing was. There's a couple of these that repeat in the course of the story, and I did not copy them appropriately. All right. I need an adjective and a monster.
I'm marrying all of you.
That's the most D&D thing that's happened all night, to be fair. And Christy's the only bard.
It's true.
All right,
There's
we've
always
got
room
the
for more bards.
all right,
Always.
we've got a Tarask for our monster. What's our adjective? Also, make sure you're entering the giveaway if you haven't yet. It's !create.
We're gonna get a winner at the end
Yep,
of the
we-
ad lib, at the end of the stream.
We're gonna draw after we present our Mad Lib. Basically, we'll be presenting the winner of this with a Mad Lib and a set of dice.
Yeah, this is bananas, you guys. All right, I need a unit of time, please, and then also
Wait, are
a
you telling me
number.
we're not going to hear the Mad Lib tonight?
Oh,
already
no,
heard
we
the
will.
Mad Lib tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna read it as soon as we're done.
Oh, yeah, we're pulling the winner. We're doing the Mad Lib, then we're pulling the winner.
Indeed.
I was like, I'm going home.
if I don't get to hear the Mad Lib, I'm fucking out. I quit.
Out of here.
Can I get a number, please? Okay.
1 billion.
Let's
$1 billion.
take a smell. I'll take a smell from folks.
Like, do you mean like
Like-
foul, or do you mean like
Porridge.
rotten milk?
This says smell. It wants a specific smell. So the more
Okay.
specific of a smell that you can give me, the better. I like cupcakes.
Yeah,
Cupcakes looks good.
I was like, bless
I was
Sarah
going with,
Faye
like,
for
really
being
bad
the only person to suggest. I guess Miss Warbob too, something that isn't awful, because that's where my mind was too, Nestor.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
sorry, I'm scooching my window so that I can look at the chat while also filling this out because it's getting complicated now. I would like
Should we
a
get-
type of wound, please.
Festering.
Yeah, you heard me right. Or rather,
A festering
typing
one.
shit.
I need actually like the type of like. Is it like a stab wound? Is it like a garrote? Is it like
what caused the wound, not what the wound resembles, smells like, how grievous it is.
Well, I see broken hand from Sarah Faye. I'm gonna take that one.
Aw.
I love
The kind
you.
of knee scrape you would get on the playground as a kid isn't a good answer.
That's a great answer. Save it for next week. I have more Mad Libs for the future. And then can I get a sound from everyone?
Skibbity bop.
It has to be something I can spell and then remember how to replicate. Just throw that out there.
What does the
Oh,
fox say?
Yes, Sarah Faye.
You don't want us to just say random noises the entire time.
I mean, you
never mind.
can if you want. Okay, great.
The junk.
I'm trying to not necessarily
Kapow.
read everything out specifically,
Pylos
so you
pop.
don't know exactly what you're doing. Ooh, I need another adjective because there's just so many possible adjectives available in D&D.
My hair is on one right now. There we go.
For what it's worth. You look beautiful.
Well, thanks, BB.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ. All right. We're almost done, y'all. I really appreciate you hanging in there. Can I please get a verb? A verb. It's an action word.
Action words. Got it.
Dance.
Like no one's watching.
Oh, Sarah Faye said dance.
And then can I get a body part, please?
Family friendly, y'all.
Yes. Great.
Nape of the neck is a good one.
That is a really solid one.
All of my verbs were too dirty.
All right, I have to go grab one more thing, and then we will have our Mad Lib ready to go. I will read it aloud to y'all in my best DM voice. It'll be a test because I've never had a good DM voice, even though I've DM'd on this channel before. And then we will be able to pull the results of our...
So
giveaway.
y'all have until the end of the Mad Lib to join the giveaway. As soon as the Mad Lib is done, I am closing it, and then we're drawing a winner who is going to win those dice that are down right there.
Sorry, I'm adjusting things to make sure that I can... I'm double-checking this to make sure that I can read it correctly because, you know, cases and tenses were not really represented here.
Tonsil.
Sexiest
I don't know what the
body
prompt
part.
was, but coming back to chat is hilarious.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to go double check one thing to make sure that I have it right, because it got weird for a second.
It started off pretty weird.
I mean, it's this whole thing is just an experiment in how weird we can get. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your participation. Are we ready to hear the potential introduction to a new D&D campaign as determined by Mad Libs?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Remember, you have until the end of me reading this to make sure that you have entered the giveaway with ! Create. Here we go. A goblin fighter, dwarf sorcerer, and Loxodon bard walk into a bar. They are looking for an artificer who might have some information on a missing Vecna's hand that belonged to a large turtle. The bartender points to the corner. Approach furtively, that guy is seductive. The adventurers approach. Their target is gorging himself on pizza. The dwarf sorcerer buys the man 874 beers, and the Loxodon bard lays on his famous charm. Go to the floaty Trogdor's domain. The Vecna's hand you seek is guarded by a wiggly Tarask. The party thanks the man, then leaves him with the tab. The trio travels for 65 hours until they arrive at the Floaty Trogdor's domain. The ground is drunk and the air smells of cupcakes. The goblin fighter takes point, leading the way deep within. She misses a trap and suffers a rupture on the nape of her neck. They press onward. Eventually, everyone hears a kapow! The wiggly Tarrasque was following them and dances on the wounded goblin fighter. Then the DM says, roll for initiative. There you go, everybody. Our first crowdsourced D&D Mad Lib, and potentially a campaign we could play in the future.
Yeah,
Who knows?
That is true.
Save that one down for the ideas of one-shots. All right. Everybody, you have one last chance to get in the giveaway. ! Create. And then I am going to close it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drum roll, please.
Drum.
Bluey! There it is! Everybody, congratulations to Bluey87. Let's go. Give him some love.
I think rigged is involved here, because this is a Twitch giveaway. If you've ever been on the platform, you know that every giveaway is rigged. So just saying.
Yeah. Hello?
I should have won. I won this raffle already.
I'm
Bluey, congrats.
I'm really pleased that didn't turn into a nepotism argument.
Yeah, no,
because that's where I thought that was
you were
going.
But,
Yeah,
Same. It's all payback for that one time Alandra got a cupcake.
it's payback for that one time
You got
that
cupcakes?
he crit failed me in the last episode of Aurora Zero.
That's my
Before
girl.
he married
Wow.
my sister.
All right, Bluey, be on the lookout for a direct Twitch message from Torpid Network, so you know it's legit. And we will get your details, and we will get those dice in the mail to you. Congratulations.
Don't trust it, Bluey. We're definitely not legit.
You will get a package in the mail.
Anyway,
Maybe it's labeled CGN.
thank you,
Maybe
Brew,
it's
for
not.
letting me run
Maybe
our
it's-
first ever intermission shenanigans, and now the ball is back in your court.
Get a PO box immediately.
They all already know where I live. It's not that hard.
Awesome.
For reference, everybody, Bluey was in chat during his wedding.
He was.
Just before
That's
his
how-
wedding?
That's
It
how
was
committed
so
he is
close to
Torpid
go
Gaming.
time.
He's all waiting on the bride, like, hey, what up, TGN?
He's the most committed.
Lol, it's
Staring at me funny.
lol, it's true.
Loyal fan.
Wait,
This
is that
counts as
true?
a joint
Wait, is
wedding
that
gift
true?
from all of us. So, yeah, check that off the list.
Wait, is that true? Yes, it's absolutely. I can verify because I was at his wedding in person and can confirm that I saw him in chat and went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
because you were also
same.
in chat?
I was wondering if we're.
Yeah, because
We're really
Alandra
calling
was
him the most
also in
committed.
chat while she was working.
I am saying Bluey is one of the most committed. Yes, one of the most committed because he was in chat during his wedding.
It is a tier, not a place. There's room for more than one.
Correct.
Yes.
Let's go.
Circle, everyone can join.
But that does mean you do have to get married
let's
exclusively to be in chat while you're getting married.
Yeah. Please plan your weddings around our streaming schedule. Thank you.
Yes, thank
My
you.
wife is listening.
I think I dived you out on your wedding day, dude.
Well, congrats. She gets half of a dice set.
We love you, Kaylee's.
All right. Well, now
Bet,
that we
you're all
have
invited.
yeah, let's go. We're there. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be hard to like bring us. It's like fuck. Do we just want to play the one shot that Alandra wrote with the chat instead of the other half of Explorers Club?
No,
Do we have to play the? Do we have to play the character that we submitted? Because I was the one who said Loxodon Bard.
Yes, you absolutely have to play the last one. I don't know what
dear.
you're talking about.
Dude, great.
I have so much good B-roll for the stinger at the end of the episodes. I'm very excited now.
Oofa doofa.
I will happily play this game if the Magic the Gathering book is on the table. There is some ridiculously broken stuff in there.
So much broken stuff.
You know, maybe as like a maybe as like a holiday episode, instead of doing this show, if some people are gone, maybe we can do a Mad Lib interlude.
A randomly selected Mad Lib one shot. That would be good. That would be really cool.
I have another set of Mad Libs where I called it Better Spells and Gardens, where we rebuild D&D spells via Mad Libs. So we'll just do a couple rounds of that to build the spell books for the spellcasters.
This is your spell book.
And then it'll be good.
I want that.
I love that. All right. Well, we are going to reel ourselves back into the world of the Explorers Club, and for people who are just joining us, the party, 4 strangers, all got invited to a weekend retreat at the estate of one of high society's masonry moguls' houses, and they are walking up to what appears to be a weekend of fun. But us, the viewer, knows that there's some weird, sinister shit about to happen. As you walk up the path on this warm, bright evening, you see towering in front of you Silvershield Manor, a marvel of modern stonework. Some might even call it superfluous. A magnificent 3-story building featuring sweeping parapets. A magnificent 3-story building featuring sweeping parapets along the roofline, 2 towers, and a roof with shingles made out of polished white stone. You are able to drag, kicking and screaming, your attention away from this manor and notice a few other sights on the estate just beyond the manor. To the left, you see an old graveyard, undoubtedly where countless generations of Silvershields are laid to rest. Beyond the manor, you see a wall of hedges going for about 300 feet, stopping at an archway, and then another 300 feet beyond that. Seems to be some kind of maze, and there's this large towering oak tree in the center of it. And off to the right of the manor, you see an old-timey windmill that is slowly turning on this warm summer evening as the warm breeze slowly goes through its blades. And it's one of those cool ones with like the straw top, you know I'm talking about, Golden Gate Park style.
Which one?
The new one, obviously.
Okay.
But not Curse of Strahd style is the important part. It's not a creepy windmill? Great. Cool.
No.
Windmill full of corpses?
That's all I care about.
Well, I mean, you guys haven't done a perception check yet, so you don't know if it's creepy or not. Looks
God
pretty
damn it.
normal from here.
37.
Wrong system!
Oh,
So that is what you guys see as you're walking up. Ernestine, Carroll, and Vader, Bruin are arm in arm, just discussing the finer things of high society, and Olver and Doyle are trailing behind them as Doyle is just discovering what high society actually is and how fucking cool it is.
yeah, cool. Oh, that windmill though, like, do you think they use that for like grinding fresh flour? They probably have some incredibly tasty, flaky, buttery baked goods inside here. I'm so excited.
Doyle, do you ever slow down?
Yes, I do sleep 9 hours a night.
Mm.
I need it for
Are you
my
married,
master.
Doyle?
No. Oh, I want to be a papa so bad. No, I am not. I just it's a touchy. I recently went through a rough breakup, but it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Do you have a special someone in your life? Wait, I'm not attracted to you. Sorry, but just want to get that out there in the open. But if you tell me your type, I know quite a lot of people. I've traveled the world.
Doyle. You're overthinking it, and I'm not going to pretend to care. I was just asking you for the sake of the conversation.
Ah, yes. Conversation.
Understand?
Yes.
See how I said I don't care?
Well, a conversation is usually two-sided, so if you don't give your side, then...
Okay. I'm not married.
Great
very
conversation.
Few people who are close to me.
Excellent. We've done it. This is good. Yes.
This was
fruitful.
A conversation.
We did it.
You'll excuse me. I'm going to find a glass of scotch.
Great. Yeah. He's so cool.
That got me.
So yeah, that's all I'll say as you walk away. Try and find a drink, and we'll kind of just look around and find my way to my own quarters. Although we were told we have time to explore this manor.
Yeah, you guys are still walking up. You guys got to,
That's right. It's a long walk.
It's a very
big
long
manor.
walk. Yeah.
How many football fields was it?
Just one.
Just one.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Do there appear to be like gardens, flower gardens, anything like that out in the area?
Yeah, so definitely this path is aligned with like they're definitely like gardens. There's flowers there, but it's very obvious that like the star of the show is like the retaining walls that is like built around these gardens, because this is the home of a masonry mogul. So like they're definitely all like raised and in these like massive stone planters that are just like all beautifully hand carved. And kind of like the thing that looks most like a garden is gonna be that hedge wall that you spotted beyond the manor. That has like a massive oak tree right in the center of it.
Excellent. Vader will turn to Ernestine, just be like, "Woo! This has been a lovely walk. Would you like me to see you to your rooms? Would you like to go exploring? I'm not trying to put anything on you. I'd love to walk the grounds a bit, and if you'd care to join me, I'd be happy for the company."
That sounds delightful. I would love to get a look around this place. There's just, there's so much rich, wonderful detail. I should go get my notebook. I'll be right back.
Oh, of course. Vader will just wait for her to retrieve whatever she needs.
Yeah, she wants to sneak up to her room and like scope out the room a little bit and see what's going on in there first, and she'll grab her notebook and come back down.
Boyle would definitely like to slink over to Vader.
Sorry, I'm confused. Are we not still walking?
Yeah, so we're kind of we're figuring out what people want to do, and then I will resolve that.
Okay.
We're figuring out what the split will be.
Yeah, I'm figuring out how much I'm going to hate you guys in the next. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will like to go away forever. And
this was a good stream. I'm gone.
3 hour nap. Yeah.
Everyone say bye to Christy. She's never coming back.
Bye, Christy.
Yeah.
I would like to slink over though, and a Crown's Walk, you say. I see that they have their own windmill on the premise, and they probably make their own flour. I am fully expecting an entirely engageable, completely edible botanical garden somewhere on these grounds, and I need to find it.
Oh, I mean, I hadn't been that astute. I just assumed that, wealthy folks tend to like to show off their wealth with exotic plants, and I thought it might be exciting to take a look, but you might have a point there. So, sorry, perhaps we haven't met. Vader Bruin, from the Church of
Doyle.
Thoth.
Doyle Charleston.
Lovely. Pleasure
Church
to meet you.
Church of Thoth, you say?
Yes, we're
Oh.
the big one with the pointy things as opposed to the rounded top.
Oh
So,
yes, no, lots of knowledge and gathering
Right.
and books and
Yes.
yeah, no, I've heard many good things about that. Question, been doing anything in the Storm Mountains? You know, the little
the Stormhorn.
yes, Stormhorn Mountains.
Well, yes, we did have some construction happening up there. We were working on an orphanage, in fact. Or that was the hopeful
Nope.
intention. We're not quite there yet, but
It's a terrible place for an orphanage. It's so remote. And how would you?
perhaps not. I'm a bit fuzzy on all the details. I wasn't supposed to be here this weekend. My superior, the Radshir, sent me on his behalf. I'm not entirely. There was something about a temple, and then there was something about an orphanage. It's all a bit fuzzy to me, to be perfectly honest. You're familiar with?
Was
the
it a
Stormhorn?
temple for orphans?
I could have been. Honestly, they don't tell. My focus is the flock here in Baldur's Gate. I don't really get involved with.
Fair. Have you been to the Stormhorn Mountains?
Oh no! My military
great.
service was down on the Sword Coast, and
Well,
I've been here ever since.
Those must be some great stories. I'd love to hear your time in the church
They're not.
as we walk the grounds. But no, I'm happy to lend myself. I'm a man of nature, so yeah, flowers, edible plants, herbs, roots, legumes, vegetables, fruits,
Fascinating.
mushrooms.
Indeed. Certainly always happy to glean knowledge from the others around. I'd love to hear what you know of the Stormhorn Mountains. I've never been there. It sounds like a dreadful place, apparently.
Yes.
Quite. Well, I'm going to wait for Miss Carroll to return, but I suppose you're welcome to join us once she's back.
You two look so good together.
I'm sorry?
Just the way you were walking, it was just, you were so in sync, and I
my
can
God.
tell you've never met, but I can also tell that you'll never not be together.
We'll never not be met.
Right.
You're Gonna be in each other's lives for a really long time.
I do have that tendency as a cleric to retain members of my flock. I don't know that Ms. Carroll is
Just
intending to be that, but
Your tusks,
Open
her
to-
hips.
damn it.
Your children are going to be beautiful.
Oh my God.
So you were saying mushrooms?
Yes, there are many
Holy
types of
shit.
mushrooms. There are some that grow primarily in shade. There's some that grow underground. Really what you're looking for in a mushroom is the chewiness. The chewier, more so than meat, the better in a mushroom. Here, I actually have a collection of mushrooms. I'll go ahead and reach into like one of the inner pockets of my jacket and pull out my tasting of mushrooms. So here's some dried mushrooms. A lot of these are going to have the tendency of goat jerky, but it's going
Vader
to be
will
a
just,
little bit
like,
more
continue nodding and listen very
for
intently to this
tasting notes.
entire
Go ahead and chew
lecture.
with your mouth open. The more air you can get in, the more scent you can get to your nose, and it will enhance the flavor. Go ahead. No. If you touch the mushroom, it might taint the flavor. Let me feed you. Just go ahead and lie down a little
I
bit.
just remembered. I'm terribly sorry. I need to go talk to this fine gentleman over here, and Potter will pick the next person he sees. It can be Olver or somebody else. I do not care.
Yeah, so it's probably let's scoot over to Olver, where you can be that person.
You're missing out.
or you can have chosen to go somewhere else while that conversation was happening.
I will happily be standing there, and I will look at Vader walking up to me and say, "I assume the little one was talking to you."
Yes, he seems very well-intentioned, and I needed to shift the conversation before it got any odder. You've spoken to him?
Yeah, you've said enough. I understand. Don't worry.
I mean, I'm welcoming of all people, but certain people have ideas in their heads that I don't particularly want them to have about myself and my church. Terribly sorry for making you my scapegoat. But Bruin, pleasure to meet you.
Olver Drin, pleasure's mine. So tell me, what is a man of the cloth doing with the rich and scummy?
To be perfectly frank, I'm not entirely sure. My superior was invited and told if he was unavailable to send someone in his stead, and seems he has decided he's unavailable.
So your church does business with the Silvershields?
Well, that appears to be the case. I was honestly unaware until now. I mean, it's not that surprising. They are masons. We do build large stone structures as a general rule.
Yeah, but that makes you a client, not a
Yes,
partner, and
that's-
certainly not a guest at this particular party.
Are you then a partner with the Silvershields? I'm not really sure who anyone is here, to be perfectly frank.
Just an aspiring businessman, for lack of better title, I suppose.
A noble aspiration.
I hope you won't be offended in what I said. I just I find myself surrounded by a number of people who don't just buy stone from the Silvershields here. You
Oh.
understand what I'm saying?
No offense taken. I'm not unfamiliar with the ways of the world, even if I don't really participate in them as much anymore.
Well, are you a drinking man? Or orc?
Seeing as my lovely housekeeper isn't here to stop me, I could be. I certainly was in my youth.
Right. Well, a building this big, a house this big, a manor this big, whatever the hell he wants to call it, I'm sure he's got at least one good bottle somewhere in here.
Delightful. I believe we're going to take a tour of the grounds once Ms. Carroll has returned to us. You're welcome to join if you like.
Certainly. That sounds nice.
Wonderful.
And Olver will just walk away again in search of like someone who will hand him this bottle. And I don't think he does not anticipate that Vader is going to follow him, but if he does, then that's totally cool too.
No, Vader's gonna chill. He is specifically waiting somewhere where Ernestine can find him. Because he said he would wait
Gotcha.
for her.
So Olver and Ernestine are rolling into the mansion, correct?
Correct.
Be rolling.
They
see me
hate rolling.
rolling. They hating.
And
Surrender.
gotta do a little hydrate here really quick.
Ah.
Ooh.
Hi, Drake.
I'm gonna wash down the strawberry stout. Sticking in my throat.
Sounds delightful.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Can confirm. Locations. So, Vader and Ernestine, you guys
Olver
finish.
and Ernestine.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, Olver.
no.
and-
Olver, Drin, and Ernestine Carroll. That's exactly what I said. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Fix it in post.
The two of you walk up to this manor. There are the door. It is a set of double doors about 11 feet high. and it's very menacing. It's wrought iron, stained hardwood, and there is just this like massive door knocker on it. And the doors are closed. You can hear chatter, revelulous chatter. I'm not joyous, revelry happening from behind the doors. What do you guys do?
Olver introduces himself. Olver Drin.
To me? Is that what's happening? Great.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay, great.
I was like, to the door?
Sorry. I blanked for like 2 seconds. The world just kind of stopped.
Now I feel like, oh my god, did I hear you wrong? We're together,
No.
right? We're staying next to each
That's
other.
what I
at the door.
thought. I
okay.
just
Hello, I am the door.
technically Ernestine does have magic mouth. It could be the door.
New campaign, y'all. We'll get there. It's fine.
Woo! Apologies. Ernestine Carroll, lovely to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Ernestine Carroll. What do you do, Ernestine?
Oh, I work for the author, Richard Castle. I'm his proxy. What is it that you
proxy? What does the proxy of an author do?
Mr. Castle doesn't tend to appear at events such as this, so I come in his stead, see what's going on, keep tabs on everything and everybody, keep him well informed.
Olver like makes a point of like straightening out his suit and goes, "Life must not be too bad."
No, quite enjoyable actually.
Yes, well, I work in the transportation industry.
Fascinating. So you're part of the business, I take it.
I will be.
A new investor.
Oliver definitely like eyes kind of drift off and goes, "Sure."
I'm on the board. I'll find out. Don't you worry.
Oh, then I'll look forward to talking to you then.
Delightful.
And I'll make like a big gesture out of the door. Shall we?
Thank you. Go ahead and go through.
Yeah, and
I feel like I'm in a Scenes of Ocean's 11 with this music in the background.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with it, but I'm just like, like, I can't explain it, but it's just such a head bobby song.
We're making plans. We're about to go. We're about to go heist somebody.
How else are you gonna get that scotch?
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah, and you guys walk in, and there's like a fantasy jazz combo playing in the corner of this like grand foyer of this manor. The massive open floor plan of this foyer is a big greeting room. There's little on the ground in way of furniture, mostly just a few highboy tables around the edge where a few people are chatting. And there's a bunch of art on the walls. It's these giant oil paintings. There's one oil painting of Entrar Silvershield himself. He's a fucking vain boy. He's got that big painting right in the big center of his house. You know how they do. And then there's other large pictures that just like go up the walls of this entryway, all the way up to the third level, because the main feature of this room is this magnificent golden trim staircase that stretches upwards towards the 7th floor, and you can see all the way up to the ceiling, and the pictures just go up the walls all the way up, like creepy haunted house style, you know what I mean. And just as you get in and take in these sights, you look to your left and you see a gnome and a kobold, both in like fancy law enforcement uniforms. And at the kobold's feet is just this beautiful spaniel. He is like a show dog, just sitting very, very obediently, and they're kind of talking to each other. Their eyes kind of perk up when you walk in. And over on the right, there are these two women who have just started to get into an argument. One of them is wearing a flowing periwinkle dress. She has an amethyst necklace. And the other one, she is in a silver pantsuit. And and this woman in the pantsuit, she looks like she's in her 30s, and she has half of her head is shaved, and then the other half of shoulder-length black hair. Looks like fucking badass. She's holding just this notebook that has some weird runes on it. Ernestine, just with you being a high elf, this is some weird elven dialect that you can't read off the top of your head, but maybe if you got closer, you might be able to decipher some of it.
Steal
it.
And just as you guys walk in, the lady in the periwinkle dress just steps back from the woman in the pantsuit. Look, if I wanted to go get my own food, then I would. Where the fuck is the manager? You know what, Harriet? I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then she walks away, storms out, walks just like basically. Why don't you guys roll a dex saving throw as she just like storms past you, Olver and Ernestine?
Hold on, gonna write that quote down real fast.
Flip it.
Okay.
Well, I'm never gonna remember a quote, but
okay. Look,
I will. Don't worry.
I'm just saying that I have a long list of, you know, I don't name my NPCs, I name their voices. So
I'm just sad that I was wrong. I thought for sure Karen was one of mine, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, who was yelling, periwinkle dress or pantsuit?
Periwinkle dress was yelling.
mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2.
That was
It was dex save.
Dex
Dex
save? And
Yeah.
you got a 2?
This is just
I'm
this is
not
just
an assassin or anything anymore.
this is just
I'm
a
sorry, I
really
know.
weird character.
I'm so
shift for
used to you
Nestor.
just being the darkness.
That's
He
the
is
nicest thing
Batman.
you've ever fucking said to me. I think
That can't be true.
That was like really so sweet. My heart skipped a beat.
I'm so glad. Oh my god.
What was your
I got a
dex save there?
15. I got a 15.
Oh yeah, you managed to easily see this lady in the dress just like getting up in a huff and, you know, power walking just outside, and she makes a right out of the door as she leaves, and Olver, she smacks you just straight in the shoulder with her shoulder. She just shoulder checks you. Get the fuck out of my way.
Over like doesn't think anything of it. Just gestures his hand across and just says kind of to say like, it's your hallway.
She just looks at you with a huff. Just these fucking people get dumber and dumber every year, and then she just whoop, walks straight out, and you can see the woman with the pantsuit with the with the black hair and the half shaved head. She just like takes a second to compose herself and just like fervently starts writing in her notebook. You got fucking light speed fingers over here.
We've all taken the typing challenges. Like, we're good.
I'm reading a spell, but I don't want to use that. Well, I do, but I don't. I have it because
Zone of
like,
truth.
Chain lightning? Chain lightning.
Fireball.
No.
Fireball.
I did check. No one actually has fireball. It's fine.
I don't think we thought
I-
that those kinds of spells would be super important this campaign, and I think we were mistaken.
I do have lightning bolts, so
It's good. Save that.
So wait, so we're near the kitchen, right? Is that
So you are down in the entryway. You don't know where the kitchen is. It's definitely not here. What you see is just this big open room. There is this grand staircase that goes up to the second floor. There are two little service doors flanking the staircase that kind of go to the space like underneath and behind it. And there are still the two. There's the kobold and the gnome, who and the dog that are now kind of looking at across the room at the lady in the pantsuit, who is just like fervently and angrily writing in her notebook. You would assume that the kitchen is and the dining room is probably up the stairs.
I'm gonna turn to Ernestine and say, gee, if I didn't know any better, I'd say we were here to make friends.
Oh, this is absolutely delicious. It's going to be such a fun weekend.
Right. I'm gonna walk up to the lady writing in her notebook and introduce myself. Olver Drin.
Ernestine is on your tail.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. And
You didn't see me when you bumped me?
No, so the lady writing didn't bump you. The
woman, sorry.
The woman in the dress who huffed out of the room.
I thought she was
the one who ran into you. No,
I thought she was one writing in her notebook, and I was like, but anyway, I introduced myself, Olver Drin.
no, sorry, I didn't see you there. And she like quickly closes the notebook. She obviously like doesn't want people to see inside of it. Oh, I am.
steal it.
Oh, I'm. My name's Harriet Lockwell. I'm just here to take in the sights.
Harriet, are you a guest?
Oh, yeah. No, I actually helped Entrar with some cryptography like a while ago on the caves up in the Stormhorns on the last project,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm here.
Of course. Cryptography. There was something stopping him from the work he was doing?
Oh, and we're just gonna retcon this accent that I just read that I was supposed to be doing on this, which will make a lot of sense for Alandra.
Thank you. I was about to say I have questions, but I'm gonna wait because I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, they just had some codes that he needed to crack, and well, I'm kind of a code breaker by trade, and so I came in, and we managed to communicate with the locals, and we just managed to get the project done, and now I'm here.
Of course.
And she holds up a glass that you can tell is very nice scotch. And she swirls it around. Just sampling the local flavor.
Very well. How might one join you for a taste?
She basically just reaches back on kind of the high boy behind her and grabs the bottle, plops it down, 2 more glasses for both Ernestine and Olver, and pop pours out 2 measures. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, what do you guys know about, you guys... Did you meet that bitch?
She didn't look familiar to me.
Yeah, bitch.
We didn't meet her, but we crossed paths.
Well,
Oh, you have to tell us what that was all about.
Look, she, her family, that's, Lady Silverhall. Her family owns a, Baldur's Gate Orin Wagon. The company, they are, they're the current sole contractors of all of the logistical needs of Silvershield Industries, and
Of course.
that makes her seem like she, makes her seem special. But
Right.
there's a difference between being nice and being special.
That's for sure. But around here, money tends to make up the difference.
Is there good money in being a proxy?
I'm certainly not complaining.
Right. I think I am going to try and find Mrs. Silverhall, if you'll excuse me.
All right, well, don't be shy.
Olver nods and takes a step away and starts walking towards where Miss Silverhall was, glass in hand.
Yeah, and so you kind of walk out, and we will get back to you in a second. Ernestine, what? Oh no, is that a big
fine.
spill?
No, it was not a spill. It's perfectly safe. I just kicked it over because I don't have enough desk here.
We're fine.
Carry on.
Everything's fine. How are you?
Everything's fine.
So yeah, so you see our good friend Olver Drin walk out in search of Lady Silverhall, and Harriet just kind of swirls the glass around. So and she pulls out a very familiar looking silver coin. So you have one of these?
Yes, I do. Interesting little artifact we've been given this time, huh?
And she takes her coin and just taps it against yours, and it's like a pitchfork, a tuning fork that also emits a pitch.
She stabs me because she's the devil. I'm the victim. Have fun, everyone.
I'm glad we've established this. And she taps her coin to yours, and it's like a perfect sea natural. It just emanates throughout this room, and it's very soothing, and it quiets the band that's playing from upstairs, and you just hear this note for a second, and that's all that you hear. And you see the gnome and the kobold, and especially the dog, just get this wide-eyed look on their face as the top left corner of her coin lights up in glowing red. And the noise fades away, and you can hear the hustle and bustle of the band and upstairs again. And she just smiles at you.
Oh, that's a neat little trick.
Oh, well. Did anybody tell you about these?
Not so much.
Oh, these are little trinkets that they say that if you get all four corners lit up, you're gonna get something a little special. And we're getting a raid! I wish I had time to finish that thought, because now it's weird.
Start the thought.
I will
It'll
make
be
you start
fine.
over. It'll be fine.
Perfect. Mad Bird Streams! Caw-caw! Bird Raid! Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. Guys, if you have not followed Mad Bird Streams, take 5 seconds. Hit them with the follow right now. Tell us about your stream, guys. We just came from a stream where 3 people died. Oh, what a night. Wow. That's great. Like full death or unconscious? Like are we rolling new characters dead? Or are we all becoming warlocks and making weird fucking packs dead? You know what I mean? Like,
One time that happened.
no new characters. Oh no. I'm sorry.
Oh, rip.
It's good for the soul. Builds character.
Well, I mean, you
Yeah, no,
probably you probably
Get
weren't
it?
attached to those characters anyway. Throughout the character
Builds
sheet,
character.
we got new ones, boys. So, so for us, I
Kyle's
generally
is
like
banned.
do everything that I possibly can in my power to not kill the characters until I gotta get we need to get our mileage out of our character art. All right, like it's a little bit of plot armor.
Uh-huh.
That's valid.
Saying next time we just give you the artwork for our backup characters as well.
Yeah.
Those are
It's
already
just a
like
first
stick
one's
figure,
in
though.
danger.
It'll be like that one time in Delta Green when I showed up to game not knowing what was going to happen, and I had a different character icon, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, interesting. Welp."
I liked that one. That one was
Someone
fun.
was
has
solid.
3 new character arts to do. Yep, you know we're just keeping
Good.
artists employed by killing
It's
off our
true.
parties. Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
Left and right.
That's one outlook
Right.
that you can take.
Looking out for the creator economy. It's fun.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Our holiday break, we're just all going to make 12 characters and commission all the art and just plug them in whenever we want.
You think I haven't
be great.
already done that?
Well, you haven't commissioned
No,
the
no.
art yet.
But we need the art.
Yeah, as someone who
Yeah.
hasn't done that, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for the character voice switching that involves there. That's involved there.
That's
I mean, you just have a
Don't
bunch
die.
of twins.
Just don't
Yeah.
die. That's it. Easy.
Easy peasy.
just don't die, he says. After killing 2 PCs and an NPC in our last game.
Whoa, whoa. Y'all did that to yourself. No,
Ah,
it was me. It was me.
No, that was you.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Well, guys, Mad Bird Streams, thank you for coming in. We are the Torpid Gaming Network. We are a variety channel. We are live 4 to 5 times a week, and on Tuesdays we play Dungeons and Dragons. This is our brand new campaign. It is the first episode of our high society fucking
Hijinks.
hijinks. Yeah, high society hijinks. That's actually something that I did put in there, huh? That's official.
Tagline.
That's
Yeah.
canon.
Hashtag.
Sorry, Toto. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, this is episode 1 of our high society hijinks. It is in the hills of Baldur's Gate, where four strangers of varying levels of
Wealth and stature.
that one. Words are hard. Are coming
That's why I'm
together
here for you.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Are coming together for a weekend retreat at a masonry mogul's house. And
Where nothing bad will happen.
nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing bad has happened yet. right?
What?
No,
What
no.
So, podcast producer, what you were saying was that you were talking about the coins and how if you light up all four corners, interesting things happen. So start from there.
But with a Southern Belle accent. Don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah.
part.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Did the producer just tell me that it's time to get back to the story?
I was just giving you a prompt.
Damn!
You've done this to yourself, bud.
You can riff for as long as you want, but that was your reminder.
I'm kidding. Don't be sorry.
Never
Steph.
apologize.
No
Steph.
worries
sorry
at
for.
all.
This is how we roll.
We were bound to get sidetracked in a minute naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing is that it's very very bold of you to assume that we were not gonna get sidetracked anyway. So.
Oh yeah, we do it to
Any
ourselves
moment.
anyway.
At any moment, I need to just riff on Nestor for having a random tennis ball to distract me with.
True.
Oh so I slept weird last night and my neck really hurts. So I use the tennis ball to like just kind of give myself
Yep,
like a little
Get that
Oh,
deep tissue
man.
massage. Cool.
yeah get
I'm okay
get the
with it
deep
now.
tissue massage going. It's a weird.
I thought-
See, if you had not brought attention to it, it wouldn't have been such a weird thing. It would have looked like I just had.
It would have
a-
been
had
weird.
a
No, it would-
constant neck itch, right?
But you don't have the chroma key to filter it out. Like it, I can see the tennis ball.
I can.
That'd be
Again, bold of you to assume that I could not add the chroma key right now to filter
You can
out
see
this
it
ball.
though.
I'm
Currently,
just not going to.
you can
Oh
see
my
through the chroma
God.
key.
I don't know why you were worried about filling time with this series, Zap. We're clearly gonna have loads of time filled.
Oh
so when I
yeah.
entered kindergarten,
I'm just
I
gonna
had
sit
this
here
really
talking
weird
about tennis
feeling.
balls.
Okay,
Lead the way, Bruin.
Ernestine Carroll.
Listening.
Harriet Lockwell has just tapped her silver coin inscribed with a shield and split into 4 quadrants. The top left is an E, the bottom right is an S. She has tapped her coin against yours, and it's as if a tuning fork has gone off. And the a tuning fork has gone off in the room, and it drowns out the band. It drowns out the revelry from upstairs. It is a perfect natural sea. And in about 10 seconds, when this natural sea kind of dies down, you see that Harriet's coin, the top left quadrant, is glowing red. And she smiles at you.
Well, that's a fun party trick.
Oh, yeah, I just thought that I might try it. I figure the first person to fill all 4 quadrants wins, right?
Oh. Well, that's good to know. I certainly hadn't heard anything about this. We didn't exactly get an explanation as we walked in the door, just a demonstration, but I don't recall hearing a lovely note like that.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that they're all different. There's different ways to do it. Here, try mine. Try. You could probably get one too. Just try it.
All right. She goes ahead and taps hers.
Ding. Just metal on metal.
Oh, lame. That was a bit
Oh.
less exciting. Mine
Oh,
hasn't
well,
glowed or anything, right?
No, it is just a standard coin. It's vibrating a little bit, but not any more than it was previously.
Okay, the shimmy continues.
Oh, I'm sorry. I truly thought that it would have it would have worked. I guess Entrar's working in some mysterious ways right now.
Isn't he always? Any fun plans for this weekend? Anything you're looking to do around this place? It's a unique experience to actually come up to the estate.
Oh yeah, no, I've been to a couple of these gatherings. I mean, it's not anything new to me, but I just love taking in the sights. I love writing down. Hey, Do you mind if I sketch you really quick?
Well, certainly not. Carry on.
And she steps back, opens her notebook, and just feverishly starts making just like broad strokes in it. And we are going to, and as she is drawing you, Ernestine, we are going to hop back out to Vader and Doyle as you just hear the door just smash open, and this woman in a periwinkle dress just runs out, huffing and puffing, and she takes a right, and she is just booking it straight towards the hedge maids, and you can just hear her. I guess I'll just go to the hedge mage myself. I'll go. God, fuck! I told the fucking manager to get my food. Fuck.
Did she say hedge maze?
Yes, that makes a degree of sense, I suppose.
Oh, she is for sure gonna get lost. You should never maze when you're angry.
Is that... Oh.
Your sense of direction goes out all sorts of windows. That's why adventurers tend to keep a level head when they go plundering in like deep caves and things like that. If you're too worked up emotionally, you're gonna get really confused, disoriented. She's probably never gonna get out of there again.
I don't... Are you entirely familiar with how mazes work?
Oh, sorry. She is going to get out eventually, but it's going to take her far more than the standard time of someone. And if she was complaining about food and being hungry already, most hedge mazes do tend to be groomed to where there are no edible plants within the boundaries.
Vader is just gonna walk away and sort of like pick up a little bit, like not fully running after this woman, but a little bit of pep in his step and just be like, forgive me, madam, is everything all right?
And as you're running and shouting that, Olver, you pop out and see Vader running over and yelling after Lady Silverhall, and Lady Silverhall kind of like turns around. Does it look like I'm okay?
I didn't want to make any presumptions.
Does it look like this dress should be out here going over there?
But not particularly, no, which is why I was a little bit concerned about the fact that this particular very elegant and lovely gown seemed to be headed off in that direction. Is there anything I can do to perhaps alleviate your heightened emotional state?
Yeah, no, you can just... Do you have a knife? Can you cut shit?
Yes, I do have a pocket knife, but what precisely are you looking to cut?
Look, I'm gotta go to that fucking oak tree over there, and if you could just go straight through all those walls of plants, that would be great.
I don't... While I probably could do that, it seems rather impolite to our host, who seems to have put a great deal of time into cultivating such a lovely example of topiary skills, don't you think?
Yeah, you really shouldn't disturb those plants. However, I can actually move the soil that those plants are based on, get you directly to that oak without causing harm to the natural environment that's been so meticulously curated.
That sounds dirty.
Yes, I would move the dirt. You don't have to touch it. I'll keep it away from you the whole time, m'lady. And I will do a deep bow.
And she just looks at you and looks expectantly over at the hedge mage, and Olver, probably by this time you have caught up to this.
Miss Silverhall.
Uh-huh.
I would like to have a minute of your time.
A minute of my time?
Yes, a minute of your time. To speak transport.
Okay. Do you see this? And she holds up her coin.
Uh-huh.
You can have a minute of my time? when all 4 of these sections are fucking red.
Right.
So
Of
sorry,
course.
new here. What does that mean? Is that something that we should all be doing?
Look, just every time one of these stupid fucking events, there's always some kind of silly game that Entrar plays with everybody without telling them. And this year, it's the fucking coin.
Oh, sort of like charades, but not at all.
Yeah, just look. Every year, the person who wins gets a prize. Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's a scroll. Sometimes it's riches. Sometimes it's an item. But all I know is that fucking Lockwell won last time, and I'm not letting that fucking bitch screw me out of winning this time. Like I said, I'll fucking kill her.
I'm sorry, is there a competition happening? I wasn't informed about any of this. I would have come a bit better prepared. I thought we were just here to do business, something, not even business. I'm not entirely sure why I'm here at all. Sorry, Lockwell, you said?
Yeah, Lockwell's back there.
Right, okay, yes. Right.
One step at a time. Doyle, why don't you do us the favor of helping Miss Silverhall the way you suggested?
Yeah, and as you look for Doyle, you can. What does move earth or whatever that thing is you have, or sharp shape earth look like?
Mold earth allows me at will as a cantrip to choose a portion of dirt or stone that I can see within range, so 30 feet, and then I can shift it at will. So what I'm doing is basically taking the earth that the like tall plants are in, shifting the entire plant to the side to open up a door, and then closing them behind me as I run off into the maze by myself.
Yeah, and as you look to turn to Doyle, you basically see the tail end of him doing that as he rolled pretty shitty on his sneak.
Yes. That's what Olver says. He goes, yes, of course he left.
You will hear some gobbling in the distance as well as I enter the maze.
Should we go after him? Is he
I
alright?
think that he'll get out on his own.
Right.
Olver is like very surprised that he just ran off. Like, wow, motherfucker.
And Lady Silverhall just looks at you, Vader Bruin, and she just has like an expectant look on her face.
Miss Silverhall, while I respect your status here, it's better to assume that we aren't here to be your servants either.
I mean, while I do serve the members of my flock, I'm not entirely sure what this means.
I'll just do it my fucking self. And then she just storms off into the maze.
Should we perhaps go after her? Or would it be better to let her stew this out on her own?
Olver starts to like turn back towards the manor and says, I'll be honest with you, Vader, my business with her is not as important as she thinks she is.
Right. If you've no qualms, no, never mind. Go on about your business.
Good luck.
And Vader is still, I assume, waiting for Ernestine.
Potter's contemplating his next move. He's got some questions.
That
But he's debating who he wants to go ask them. I think he's gonna like stand and kind of contemplate for a minute and then kind of quietly follow Olver back to the house.
sounds good. And we are gonna jump smash cut just back to Ernestine as Harriet Lockwell just turns her notepad around, and like it's actually pretty good.
Are you posing or do you have an itch?
No, I'm posing.
Okay.
she pulls out a tennis ball. It's my neck, bro.
Yeah. No, it's my inspiration. It's kind of hard to pose when your frame is like this big.
Halloween is over,
You
Bonk.
just pulled a freaking pumpkin out.
He's pumpkin massaging his neck. What?
It's the closest thing to a ball I have nearby.
It's superior.
Yeah.
I don't have balls. I just
Fine.
have coins for.
I have so many dice.
Dude, it's working. I don't know what you're
The
talking
closest
about.
thing I have to
I've
a
got-
tennis ball is a fucking massive D20.
See, I have this leverage handle that I can use to really get in there.
Sailor Moon's got two like little nubbins.
Look, I
Those
had
are-
one weird night of
good.
sleep. Let's not make it a whole sidebar, okay? Let's just get back to the story here.
But it's so good.
Confirmed Pylos never sleeps.
That shows you for making fun of my pose.
Hardly ever.
Okay, yeah, and
Great. Ernestine is thrilled. Are you an artist? You said you were in cryptography. You're quite talented, I see.
well, being skilled with your hands just kind of comes with the territory when you're a cryptographer.
And what a way with words you have.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I just work here. I do the work, I get paid, and I sometimes get invited to parties.
Ever run across anything, I don't know, interesting?
Roll me a persuasion.
Is that a skill I have? I don't remember.
You're a bard.
It should
Don't-
be.
It
like,
is.
Let's say it doesn't like doesn't just a fucking like persuasion
I-
proficiency just come with the bard card?
I
Like-
literally don't remember anything about D&D at this point. Um,
It's at least half your proficiency plus your charisma
Yeah.
because Jack of all trades is stupid.
it is.
God.
Yeah, so that's a 19.
Jesus.
Yeah. So what exactly are you trying to like glean information on? And I will give
I
I will give you
suspect-
something spicy.
Yes. So I suspect that Harriet has been party to a multitude of documents and things that are not necessarily open to the public. And since she's evidently part of some sort of like trade negotiations and things like that, I'm intrigued to see if she knows any dirty dealings or questionable dealings that the Silvershields might be up to.
Hey,
Anything fun like that.
okay. So, do you know the storm horns that
Yes.
that new quarry that we just booked?
Yes.
I heard that it wasn't all above board. The reason why I had to go in there was
Mhm.
I shouldn't be telling you this. I shouldn't be telling you this.
Oh, it's
Oh,
just
but-
between friends.
Oh, okay. So
Don't you worry.
the reason why I had to go in there was that there were the temple that was there had these protection runes on it, and he needed to know what they were in order to dispel them.
Oh, what a naughty, naughty entrar.
Like I said, I just work here.
Oh, don't you worry. My lips are sealed. I'm just here for the intrigue. It's supposed to be a fun weekend, right? And this is what it's all about.
Oh, yeah. And she like kind of like realizes that she's kind of said too much, and she just like takes just like a slug of scotch.
My lips are sealed. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, no. Oh, damn, that's a shitty roll. And she kind of like looks up at you. Look, consider us even for the for the favor that you did for me earlier.
What a gem. Of course.
And she kind of like sheepishly like turns around and starts walking up the stairs. And as she does it, you can like, and she like starts walking, stops, rips the page out of her notebook and hands it to you.
Oh, well, you have to sign it, please. An original?
A big swooping H. Lock.
Yeah. Oh, Harriet, you're such a doll. I'm sure we're going to be fast friends.
Yeah, no, I hope so.
I don't want to keep you. I'll see you at dinner.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get. Yeah, and she just walks away up the stairs. And like, she kind of like, you can tell that she knows that she fucked up.
No, she's perfect. It's great. I'm very thrilled about this development, and also chat's new fan fiction prompt. Well, beans, love it. Ernestine's going to well, I don't know that she really has anywhere that she cannot fold this delightful little portrait. But she'll hang on to it and go ahead and look to see if anybody else is around, like say other people she's met today.
I don't think that there is anybody. I think that everybody else is still out in the hedge maze, and the only people that are left downstairs are the two cops and their dog. Is the gnome and the kobold in like very nice like dress uniforms, and both of them are they were not paying attention to your conversation. You are very lucky. Rolled for that one and failed.
Oh, nice.
Dope.
Great. Well, she's going to just take her lovely little photo and go ahead and head upstairs to wherever her room is, or find directions to said room to do the thing she said she was going to do like 2 hours ago.
Which was
go get my notebook out of my bag.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, so you can absolutely go up there and grab your notebook, and I'll just describe the second and third level as you go up to your bedroom, and then we'll cruise back to the hedge mage. But as you walk up the stairs, once you get to the second level, you see just this like large dining room with this really long banquet table on it, with chairs being laid out, and the service, like waiters and servers are currently like setting up the table for dinner. And in the kitchen, in the very back, you just catch this like glimpse of purple, as there's this purple tiefling that is in the back of the kitchen there, just making food. And she kind of like looks up and catches your eye for a second, and then goes back to her work, prepping the boar. I don't know what the fuck you guys are eating.
I'm writing it down. It's going in my notes.
It's boar now.
It's boar now.
One of the courses is boar. and as you continue up the stairs to the third level, you as you leave the second floor, you also notice that there's a second room that kind of looks like a library off through a pair of open double doors, and it looks very cozy. There's a fire burning in there, and you can see a couple of old dudes hanging out there with fantasy cigars and scotch, reminiscing about the old times. But you can't really hear what they're saying because you are walking up the stairs. That is far away from that door. And as you get up to the third floor, this is obviously like where all of the sleeping rooms are. I have a map for me, so I can not just do it from memory.
Maybe if we're good next week, you'll share it.
Nope. You guys would have to be very good. And as you walk up the steps, there is basically just a hallway down the center of this floor, and it is lined with these small guest bedrooms, and you can walk down, and the second one, basically on the right side, the second room down, you see marked for Ernestine Carroll.
Great. I'm gonna go over there.
Yep,
How big is the room?
So the room is I actually have this, so
I assumed you did.
Here.
So the room is about 15-20 square feet. It just has a simple 4-poster bed, wardrobe, chest of drawers, and a lamp. The floor is covered with a circular rug with intricate, multicolored woven patterns. And probably about 3/4 of this room is taken up by all of your luggage. All 18 boxes of it.
Home sweet home.
And as you start unpacking and grab your notebook, we are going to. And where would you like to go? Are you trying to go back out to find the rest of the group?
Yeah, I intend to just grab my notebook and go back and find Bruin.
Great.
As I intended.
Great. So then we are gonna go back to the hedge maze where you will eventually get to.
Beautiful.
I think Olver and Vader are both kind of headed back toward the house, so we might meet at that point.
Yeah, 100% we are. So,
gotcha.
At least I am, you know.
Yeah. So
I'm in that maze though.
Yeah. So
you're in that maze.
let's resolve the maze, and then we will hit the sensible, smart people.
No, that maze is going to be very important.
That's where.
Yeah, that's why we avoided it.
Yeah. When we find Doyle's body.
No. Immediately get to the center and see what's going to happen. By myself. It'll be fine. I'm a druid. I've got like 1,000 bonus hit points.
So
I want to go see the other forest on the other side. It's fine.
Doyle, so are you actually legitimately trying to immediately earth shape to the center of this maze?
Oh yeah, Doyle has been left out of many a competition in his life, and if he thinks he can get a leg up on winning a secret competition between a group of suddenly thrust upon friends, yeah, he knows his ticket to becoming the cool kid immediately. Dead Man's Day antics have passed him every year, and he is going for the gold, and he's going to activate his coin first. And if she thinks the center of the maze is going to be an activation, I'm going to get there first.
Gotcha.
Very excited to be here. Don't know if you've caught on.
I just need to take a quick gander at what that spell actually says.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we're at that
Planters
point.
stone.
So
Is that in your
for Mold
features?
Earth,
Where is it?
If the
no,
Durstone
there
you
it is.
target is on the ground, you can cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternatively, you can cause ground to become normal terrain if it's already difficult terrain. This change lasts for up to an hour or until I decast it. Also, with loose earth, I can instantaneously excavate it and move it along the ground and deposit it up to 5 feet away. So I'm hoping I can just move plants enough to get through them. And if that doesn't work, I have a backup plan.
You choose a potion of dirt or stone. So you ain't moving plants. You're moving dirt or stone.
Cool. All right,
yeah,
then.
So I think like what this looks like is that you are like making like little like, you know, the kind of holes that dogs dig under fences. Like that's kind of what you're doing right now.
100%. I was also going to throw out, if that doesn't work, I will burn one of my 2 uses of shapeshift to become an animal that can burrow, and I will go under the maze in order to get to the center as quickly as possible.
You're gonna need that later. I'll let you keep it.
Cool.
So you're burrowing, and you finally like get to the center of the maze, and actually roll me a fucking sense of direction check, which would probably be
Sure.
intelligence.
Intelligence, wisdom. It could probably be a survival roll.
Survival. Yeah, give me survival.
15.
Yeah, so you, after like, I don't know, like probably like 10 minutes, you like definitely like, you think you're burrowing in a straight line, but it's really like,
I can't see over the hedges as a gnome in a hedge maze.
yeah. So you like have to like triangulate the way to the center, and you finally get there. It takes you about like probably like it really probably takes you like 20 minutes, and you can just hear Lady Silverhall just like huffing and puffing around this maze, just getting totally fucking lost. And
with hearing her huffing and puffing around the maze, I will also throw out minor illusion to create random lion roars throughout the maze.
What? I mean, that's not
as a
that's
gnome,
a
I get
rhetorical
minor.
question. No,
Yeah,
that's a
no.
rhetorical question.
As a gnome, I get minor illusion, and one of the examples is a lion's roar.
oh, that's like
and I would
actually
like that.
Wizards of the Coast was like, this is something that someone would want to do.
So yeah, I will have random animal noises that are up there with lion's roar throughout this maze, as I pop back up and am able to make my way towards the.
Yeah, and you can hear Lady Silverhall just kind of like losing some of her cool, and just kind of like, oh my god, what am I gonna? Why did I fucking let them leave? Fuck! And she just like totally starts to fucking like lose her Karen cool, and you can tell she's starting to panic.
Every once in a while, I will throw in.
Karen Cool exist?
Same question.
My world.
I will also throw in a couple of other animals that I find myself majestic, such as the house cat, the turkey, and if at all, dolphin noises. So
before we switch back to Vader, Olver, and Ernestine, can you give us your best turkey?
Oh, not dolphin?
Ooh.
Now dolphin.
No, can't do the dolphin. No, dolphin's a bust.
Yeah, so the turkey noises sound pretty good, but the dolphin noise just sounds like somebody's coughing.
We're good here, everybody. We're good here.
And we, as you make your way to the center of the maze, which you will undoubtedly be the first to arrive, we are going to go back over to Olver and Vader as you guys are walking towards the two double doors into this manor, and Ernestine, Carroll, you pop out with your notebook.
Woohoo! Did I miss anything exciting?
We're on our way to the excitement.
Oh, where are we headed?
I turned to Vader. To the hedge
Butter,
maze?
like Butter hustles
Oh,
up a little bit. He's a little bit behind you, and he's a little bit, on the. He eats a lot of sweets, so he's got a little bit of hustle to catch up to you. And he's just like, yes, it seems that there was a very upset woman who was headed toward the hedge maze. I believe, what was, his name, Mr. What was the name of the small gentleman? I don't even actually know that I caught it.
Doyle. Charleston.
Yes, Mr. Charleston. I believe he went off in that general direction. Seemed like there was maybe something happening there, and if you're up for some excitement, I suppose we can go explore the maze.
Was the excitable woman in a periwinkle gown? Was it the lady? Lady Silverhall?
Oh, is that
It
her
was.
name? Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, we definitely need to follow up on this.
Oh. Is that-
Hedge maze. There was a bit of a tryst inside, a bit of a scuffle inside. Seems not everybody is super pleased to be here this weekend.
She did have some choice words about someone named Lockwell.
Yes, sweet Harriet. What a gem, a delight. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm dying to find out.
Oh, well, off to the hedge maze then, I suppose. Yes? Is that the general consensus for everyone?
I think so.
I do think perhaps we should stay in a group, being that it is a maze and all.
Being that this is the Dungeons and the Dragons.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but, there is concern of both dungeons and also potentially dragons occurring here. I've heard rumors. I don't really know. It's been a long time.
We should be
since
so
I've been
lucky.
in the world. Shall we? Vader will again offer, his arm to Ernestine. If she
Ernestine
wants
will take it as the society shall dictate.
it. And they can move off at, I assume, a decently fair clip toward the hedge maze.
You're on it too, Olver?
Yeah, Olver will be like a step or two behind them. He is inherently suspicious of everybody.
That's a very healthy trait in a game that is billed as a murder mystery.
I don't know why you'd be suspicious.
Murder
of
hasn't
everyone.
happened yet. Yeah, no reason to be suspicious.
A proxy and a half-orc priest? You telling me you wouldn't be suspicious?
Wow.
Whoa.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah.
It's fantasy 2020, bro. What the fuck?
Those meta wings.
Yeah, we'll head back toward the hedge maze. Vader, as they walk, will certainly turn her and be like, so you met this Ms. Lockwood, is it? Harriet, you said?
Yes, Harriet Lockwell. She
Yes, Lockwell.
Harriet appeared to be yelled at. The lady Silverhall seemed to have a quarrel with her about, I'm not entirely sure, something about not getting her own meal, I believe. I'm not entirely sure why that was Harriet's problem, but that seems to be who Lady Silverhall wanted to bring it up with.
Indeed, I haven't had much dealings with the upper echelons of society, so perhaps things work differently here. Fascinating.
Indeed.
Quite. Well, onward then.
Yeah, and
We're
Over,
off
you
to
just
steal this head.
you just going, just following behind them as you guys bust into the maze.
Oh yeah.
And you guys can see the little gnome holes that Doyle has burrowed in here. It's like it like literally like he is so small that it literally looks like a Labrador Retriever has fucking dug underneath the fucking fence wall. Like
one thing I would like to note is that as I'm like as we're walking through the maze, I am routinely like poison spraying a trail behind us. I have poison spray as a cantrip.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna kill some leaves on some of these plants behind us.
Oh,
Just like leave a trail.
You're so fucking smart. I hate you.
I appreciate that because what I was gonna say is that I want to go ahead and cast Identify on. I'm gonna say probably that weird flower garland necklace thing that that Doyle was wearing, or not Identify. Locate object.
Ah.
So that I can trace exactly where he is.
Tell me about locate object. I'm a DM, not an encyclopedia.
That's fine. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If it is in motion, I know the direction of the motion. I can locate a specific object known to me as long as I have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. It can also locate the nearest object of a particular kind. But since I have that, the Keen Mind feat, I would assume that if I have seen what Doyle is wearing, I can recall it with perfect ability, because that is a feature of Keen Mind.
I would have to agree with you on that one. Yeah, so you definitely, well, okay. You know where it is. It's in the center of the maze. It's not going to show you the path that it... Okay, yeah, and you can assume...
It does show you
that
it's a straight line.
Yeah, I say, and you can assume that it went in a straight line, a relatively straight line.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that because if I can pinpoint that as like it's at the center, then I can kind of geolocate as we're making our way through the maze. Okay. If we're going closer or further away.
That's smart. Okay, I wasn't prepared for that logic, but you got me. All right. What is everybody
I will
else?
play a dumb golden retriever in our next game.
No, that's only when you die and you have to come back in this game. So what is everybody else doing, if anything, to aid your search? I know that Olver is learning how to get out, or is leaving a trail of how to get out.
I will also do one more thing. And that is, I am going to give myself Spider Climb.
Oh, is that a spell slot or a cantrip?
It's a spell slot, so I'm...
Okay, I was like, that better not be a cantrip. That's fucking broken if it's a cantrip.
No.
That'd be amazing.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving its hands free. The target also gains a climbing speed equal to its walking speed.
So like, according to that, you can literally walk sideways up a wall without having to use your hands.
Correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn that spell, and I'm gonna climb on the hedges and try and get basically as above the maze as I can. But I'm going to do it such that Ernestine and Vader don't really see me unless they turn around.
You're gonna have to roll a stealth check, my good man.
I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just saying, like, I'm just not gonna make a big deal out of the fact that I'm doing it.
Well, unless you want to roll stealth, they're gonna see you doing it.
Okay, fine. I'm rolling stealth. Here we go. Roll the 5.
I was about to say my passive perception isn't good, but it's better than the 5.
That is better. I'm sure your passive perceptions are better than 5s.
Your wisdom isn't -5.
It could have been, but it's not.
Yeah. So how does this make noise? Is this like are the vines noisy? Like what's going on?
Oh,
here?
it's the yeah, definitely the hedges are noisy, right? Like as I like cast the spell, I probably like grab my necklace because that's the source of my magic, right? And like snap my fingers and point at my feet, and I like kind of like do a couple of like test steps just on the floor. I'm like and then I'm like, and I and the look on my face is very much like this is probably one of my least favorite spells, but fine, I'm here. And I like put my foot on the shrub, and right as I put my foot on, the shrub moves, and then I put my second foot up, and it moves again. But then every time that I step up the shrub, up the hedge, you can hear the tree branch just like the branches rattling and snapping because I'm just pulling shrubs off with me, like small little bushes on the bottom of my boots. It's like, but I'm climbing up, casually as ever the whole way.
Yeah. Vader, Ernestine, you hear all of that, and you manage to like you look around like right when he starts climbing and are like watching him like haphazardly climb his way up this thing.
I think Vader just looks and kind of like pats Ernestine's hand on his arm and just like, well, he seems to have a good plan then, shall we? And just kind of continues going a little bit.
Quite a band, that Olver.
Brew, I would like you to hand draw me in Roll20 an overview of the whole hedge maze. Thank you.
Here, well, wait. Let me just send you a screenshot of the incarnate hedge mage map that I did.
He just does a scribble. It's just a big scribble.
It's just
Here,
5 swirls started at different points.
And if you guys want to see this, I'm posting this to our Discord. If someone wants to hit ! Discord, I will show you the map that I made for myself of the of the castle grounds. RP Erratic, thank you for the follow.
I'm very excited about this, and will happily download this immediately.
I was about to say, send it to me and I'll post it to the Instagram, and then I remembered I don't run the Instagram.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
There it is. Do you see the hedge mage?
Left, right.
Yep.
And
This is detailed.
just so everybody knows, I literally took one block of hedges and just spam clicked it in an area, and that is the hedge mage.
It looks like the first time you figured out that you could like make plants in the original Sims, and you just accidentally clicked 50 times.
I'm mostly just mad that I'm now seeing that apparently there's a whole cemetery that I get to explore later, but that'll be for episode 2. Anyway,
there is a graveyard that was explained when you guys were walking up.
No,
like bales of hay got knocked over.
I heard it.
It's a hedge maze, okay?
It is certainly not a direct route.
Yeah. It's a representation of a map. It's not a map.
That said, Olver just starts walking, and he keeps Vader and Ernestine in his line of sight, and he just starts walking casually walking towards the middle of the hedge maze.
Vader's just gonna keep kind of like winding his way through the maze, but we'll kind of keep glancing up.
We are getting a raid. Oh god, my headphones are falling off. Raid from Weed and D. That sounds fucking awesome.
D&D.
You are our people.
Yeah.
But also Art Hard Studios.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for the raid. How was your campaign? What hijinks and shenanigans did you get into? What was the silliest thing that one of the players did? That is what I want to know. Guys, welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. Everyone watching here, if you have not gone and followed Art Hard Studios, please take 5 seconds out of your day. Drop them a follow. Thank you for dropping your community in here. We are the Torpid Gaming Network. We are a variety channel. We are live 4 to 5 days a week. And on Tuesday, we play Dungeons & Dragons. It is our brand new campaign. This is the first episode. And we are so happy that you're here. It is High Society Hijinks in Baldur's Gate. What?
Stop. How fucking awesome is the name Crits and the Tantrums? That is awesome.
Whoa!
Man. Please tell me you're starting a band, because if you're not, you need to now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Holy crap.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Fantasy Animal Vegan.
Crap.
That's not even
Wow.
legal.
What?
Ah! We're gonna send.
Okay.
We're sending the support police to you guys. They're gonna come take you away.
Brenna Folger, thank you for the follow. Our Heart Studios, thank you for the follow. And the raid, Abby Dandy, thank you for the follow. Chris and the Tantrums, thank you for the follow and introducing you to a fantastic username. Steffi Pooh, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Fantasy Animal Vegan, thank you for gifting the 5 tier 1 subs. The Dungeon Witch 6, thank you for the follow. Great Lotus, thank you for the follow. Dre Wanamori, thank you for the follow. Dave Clark 5, thank you for the follow. And the Bedhead 83, thank you for the follow. Welcome to you all.
And guys, Art Hard Studios is a cannabis positive TTRPG with performers from the Las Vegas Strip. That is incredible.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing.
Hello, new friend.
Welcome.
I am so excited to raid you guys soon. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
Big time. Big time.
But thank you guys for the raid. Thank you guys for all the follows. Welcome in. So like I said, this is the Explorers Club. It is a D&D 5e D-Jank Tank. D-Jank Tank. Thank you for gifting that sub. This is 100% how to make friends. Like, all of us are now friends, confirmed. It's like you guys have been here forever, honestly. But this is whoa, the reaction vid is just like
Whoa, that's weird.
Just dead.
Well then.
It's broken. It's
Wait.
broken.
I guess Bonk is now by
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Need the hand on this side.
Apparently, it can't handle that craziness of
That
too
was
many
too much?
commands. But this is the Explorers Club. It is D&D5e. It is our first session. It is 4 strangers meet up at a high society party that will let everything seems to be going fine. Everyone's having a lot of fun. A couple of the guests are mad at each other, and I'm sure that it won't turn into a murder mystery at some point later in the campaign. It's just going to be a bunch of people having fun, eating food, and Doyle does have some magic mushrooms in his pocket.
Nothing bad will
I
happen.
assumed they were just normal mushrooms. Confirmed magic. I've eaten most of them, so.
The We D&D campaign broadcasts every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Feel free to pop in and shower us. Let us shower you in our
Or
love.
you with our
Wait,
yeah.
that sounds wrong.
Nope,
No,
it's,
it's
it sounds
exactly
like
right.
It's just
You know
right.
it. You get it.
It's
That's
just
fine.
right.
Also, Bonk, did Brew not tell you that you have to roll on the wild magic table every time you take mushrooms from your pocket?
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
Our people.
Let's go. We're so happy you guys are here.
Welcome. Oh god, that was
Did
my
we just become
bad.
best friends? Yup. Do you want to go to the garage and do karate? Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
This is
I'm
my
not
bad.
calling him dad, even if there's a fire.
Normally, I'm the one who reminds everybody where we left off mid-sentence, and I think it was me this time, and that's
It
my
was
own
you.
fault.
It was you.
I believe I was saying that Vader is going to continue just walking along the track of the hedge maze and like trying to trace it through, but he will keep glancing up to Olver for like directions or specifications if Olver gets up to the top. He will also kind of like defer to Ernestine if she's just like, nah, frick this, and wants to go a different direction or whatever. But otherwise, he's just like taking a casual stroll through this hedge maze, escorting this lovely elven lady who is on his arm. So
Ernestine's down to clown with the maze. She is aware of hedge maze theory on how to not get lost in a freaking maze. So she's probably steering the boat around like, no, we got to keep going to the left until we hit the end, and then we go back, and then we...
Yes, of course. I do have a little bit of a ping on where Doyle is, which isn't necessarily helpful for the center of the maze. It's just helpful for where he is. But keeping an eye on that. He seems to be toward the center.
Well,
just for retcon purposes, I am still poisoning and killing the top of some of the hedges. The setline trail. I want to be very clear. Okay.
I am also still randomly making very loud animal noises permeate throughout the maze. So.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely hear
maze.
the lions, the house cats, the dolphins, and the turkeys.
And it's the dolphins that are not impressive, right?
No, dolphins just sound like somebody coughing.
Great, thank you.
I was really excited to enter the dolphin maze, but okay.
Well, Mark should have done a better dolphin impression.
It doesn't need to be my voice, and it explicitly says that in the spell, but as far as the chat's concerned, these are dolphins who've smoked for 20 years.
Yeah. We have to give you some disadvantage, Mark.
You had too much power.
Yeah, because druids are OP as F.
I'm not even the bad type of druid.
I know you're not. You did us a solid and did not take Circle of the Moon.
Yet.
Yet. Okay. How long does it take me to reach the middle of this hedge maze?
Why don't you roll me survival?
But no one takes survival. Okay.
It's not a whiz save, you're fine.
It is a whiz
save.
Oh,
well, you're right. I am fine. I rolled 18.
Yeah, you're able to find it relatively quickly, and also the noise of Lady Silverhall. She kind of like guides you towards the center. D-Jank Tank, thank you for gifting that sub to Art Hard Studios, our brand new best fucking friends. Thank you, D-Jank Tank.
Okay, sorry, say that again. Is that because I was looking at the notification?
So you managed to reach the center of this maze relatively quickly, helped by Lady Silverhall to just, God damn it, I have to do everything myself. God, I fucking hate everyone. Why did that fucking catering manager just didn't give me my fucking food? I should have gone to his manager. Fuck.
Okay, I make a point of staying in sight of Vader and Ernestine, but I yell down to her, Miss Silverhall.
Who's you?
Madam, it might be more of a benefit for us to just be friends now. I can help you get out of here.
Just get me up. Just get me up.
That's not really gonna work. I'll guide you.
We're going to the center, right?
Sure. And then Olver looks down. He says, "But first, you and I need to talk business. My name is Olver Drin, and I know that you know who I am because I know who you are."
Okay.
What does it take for us to work together on the transport of... Oh my god, I just forgot his last name. I totally just blanked.
Silvershield.
Thank you, because I was saying Silverhall for so long. What does it take for us to work together on the transport of Silvershield's materials?
Well, I mean, as the sole provider, do you know how fucking business works?
Yes, of course. And I know how mine works, which is why you're worried about talking to me now.
Why would I need to I am the sole provider of transportation, goods and services for Silvershield Industries. Why would I want to talk to you?
I am here on an invite from the sole owner of Silvershield Industries. So you want to talk to me because you already know that some of this business is slipping out of your hands.
Give me a persuasion or an intimidation, whatever you want.
I'll take persuasion.
All right.
18.
And she kind of like is startled for a second. You're here at the behest of Entrar? And she starts to look a little scared. Why, but
you see, Miss Silverhall, I'm a businessman of many aspirations. And I think that in order for us to reach our maximum potential, we'll find that there are people in the world who need us and some people in the world that we need. And in this case, I think you need me.
She kind of like looks down. You can tell she's like lowering her defenses a little bit. Look, I just get me out of this fucking maze and we can talk.
Give it some thought. And then I kind of wave towards Vader and Ernestine and kind of guide them to Silverhall. And then with the intent of like guiding everybody to the middle.
Sounds
and
good.
As you're doing that, Doyle, you managed to make it to the middle of this maze. No problem. I mean, I say no problem. With relatively little problem. And you get to the maze, and you get to the center of the maze, and there is just this massive oak tree. It looks to be, millennia old. It's huge. Like giant redwood size, but, oak tree.
Oh, you are beautiful.
And
now I'll go ahead and like pull out my coin and like start to like fan it around, and I'm gonna like go up and like tap it on the tree.
And as you tap it on the tree, you hear this faint note. It sounds like a how are you pitch perfect? How good's your pitch?
Hella good.
Let me just check what hella good is on the stat block.
It ain't perfect, but it's like right below. Like I can't hit the high notes, but I will try.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's this low, like natural C. It's beautiful, and it's only there for about 3/4 of a second, and it leaves you wanting more. That it's just so perfect and beautiful, and you can see kind of like up the tree probably about 6 feet. There's just this glow, like, and it's kind of like around the corner.
Oh, come to Papa. And I will start working my way up that tree to get on up there. I for sure want to see what is glowing, or if that is what I need to get my amulet to start glowing as well. But I will for sure make my way on up there.
Yeah, and as you climb up there, you just see this like indentation in the tree that is perfectly like a 4-inch diameter. That is just like perfect for this coin. And as you like climb up there, and you have your coin just like poised, ready to push into this tree. Olver, Vader, Ernestine, and Lady Silverhall, I almost just said Karen, walk around the corner. Doyle, you have your hand poised, and you look behind you. You look behind you, and you see them round the corner.
Oh, I push my coin in. I need this point before they get it.
And
yeah, and I think I'm just yelling out to myself like, nope, I was here first. This one is mine. I got it. Points for Doyle.
yeah, and as you plunge this silver coin embosomed with this shield split into 4 quadrants, you just hear the perfect C natural, and all 4 of you guys and Lady Silverhall also hear this note as it just rings out and washes over you, almost purifying your souls. It is just that beautiful, and this tree shimmers and glows, and then all of a sudden this aura just sucks into Doyle's silver coin, and there is a second quadrant. The top right is now filled, and as soon as that happens, you guys just hear this rumbling and shaking, and you see the hedges start to shift as the maze moves and molds and changes and warps. The sky gets darker, and then Lady Silverhall just looks up. Look, Olver, you're still gonna get me out, right?
Yes, of course. Olver looks at her very confusedly, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course I'm going to.
And that's where we're gonna end the episode tonight.
Bah!
Of course it is.
Of